If you are here right now, there's no doubt you spent a lifetime as a tree. Yeah, let me clear my throat for this, because you know what's even deeper? It's most likely that we've all been in the same forest together before. Let that sink in. So you guys, just as I'm about to start the channeled message part segment of this session, it starts to thunder outside. Now, I just looked outside because, sometimes you can look at the clouds and you can tell, like, okay, it may rain. But the sun was like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to grab my lighter. The sun was shining all bright, but something told me, like, girl, if you wash your clothes and you think you're going to hang them outside to dry, they're going to get rained on. And a little part of me was looking for an excuse not to have to wash these damn sheets and clothing today. And I think that thunder was like my assistance. And a funny thing happened too. As I'm looking outside, right? I'm looking up at the sky through my screen door. A blue jay comes and lands in the grass. Now it's just there getting the bugs and the worms and everything. But it has no fear of me. I'm talking to it. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You eating? All right, get your eat on. He turns around, looks at me at the screen, through my screen door, and I'm like, am I bugging? He looking at me? I said, you see me? He hopped up onto my porch step, staring me in the face. I said, are you freaking kidding me? So I said, oh, you know me, huh? Then after he stood there for a while just looking at my face, he turns and he flies onto the top of my clothesline. And I thought he was going to leave. I said, all right, I guess you out, huh? And he turns and looks back at me again. And then just stays there. Then he jumped down in the grass and started eating bugs again. But I said, what was that about? Wow. What was that about? It felt like a real special moment, you know? But I'm like, was that just one of my people visiting me? Like, hey, in another incarnation? Or, am I like trying to be shown a sign of something? So I gotta really look into that a little bit more. But just a heads up, if you hear like that's thunder in the background, and if it gets too crazy, then I'm just have to pause and pick this up at another time. But anyway, welcome to the channel message for this session. Some of y'all might start having some really interesting experiences with animals, or just nature. Maybe you'll feel like the trees are talking to you, or animals are just really comfortable around you. The air's whispering in your ear. You're just gonna have some really interesting experiences, I'm feeling like, with the world. All right, now I got a sound bowl healing session playing in the background, but it's getting a little intense. I'm gonna turn that down. All right. I wanted a little background ambiance, but that was getting extreme. A little louder than I anticipated. Anyway, I'm going to use some tarot and some oracle as I give you the channel messages that came through. Now that I cleared some of the energy with the Palo Santo, I'll use sound for the pick-a-pow portion. All right, so First thing I was getting is that there's a need to pay close attention to the environment at this time. I don't know if you've been feeling that, if you know, wow, if you're going outdoors more at this time, or you just feel called to, especially with it being the season for that. But when you do, pay attention to the environment in a spiritual way, okay? From a spiritual angle, how you're connected to it, how it's connected to you, the ripple effect you create in the world. Wow. Okay, and wow. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just the ripple effect you create in the world, and the stamp you leave behind. Is this 2 cards here? Yes, it is. Okay. And the ripple effect that you leave behind. This one jumped out on its own, so I feel like it's a standalone card, or just a preface to things, or preface, whatever. All right, so you may feel yourself called to want to do something like planting trees, farming, gardening, clean water, trying to find ways to clean beaches or water. Yeah. So we had the 10 of Pentacles jumping out while I was talking about that. And I do feel like for the collective, wow, why did I get stuck? It's like I'm hearing we're on the right path. You're in the woods. You might feel like you're in the woods right now, but you're on the right path. The process that we're being taken through is a tough one because 10 of Pentacles, like we're meant to really create some kind of generational wealth. Shift our lineage in some way. And that's for the collective that's drawn here. There's something with a past lifetime as a tree. Some of you are probably like, get the hell out of here. But yeah, there's something coming through strong with most of the people being drawn here, having spent past lifetimes as trees, and most likely some of us were in the same woods or forest regions at those times. So some of you here, when you do the pick-a-pile, put your number in the comments because you might find your like tree family soul. Yeah. All right, so pretty much there's something I'm getting past lifetime-ish and this lifetime-ish that is meant to happen now. And it does have to do with prosperity and abundance, but I'm really getting coming together with your soul tribe and your soul family, stepping into alignment with your purpose, shifting ancestral lines that I feel like were broken either in past lifetimes or in the current one, and being the transformation that that's needed. Replanting the roots is what I'm hearing. Replanting roots and regrowing things. I'm almost getting this energy like this is the old and this is what you are meant to be either stepping into or growing, or what is coming for you, growing for you. Because I mean, next we have the 10 of Cups here, collective. 10 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups. So there is some happiness, some joy that you are meant to be experiencing at this time due to some courage, strength, having gone through a lot of emotional pitfalls. With this 4 of Cups reversed, it just lets me know there's been some disappointment, some boredom, some cycle repetition until you got the point or the lesson, in other words. But that perseverance and that strength has gotten you here in this Queen of Cups energy, where you are not your wounds. You are not what you've been through. But the Death card here, the Death card just lets me know you have transformed. And there is something about you that's meant to assist with transforming or helping others transform their way of thinking or seeing or viewing this planet. Whatever it is you do, there's some aspect of what you do that is meant to get people to either reconnect or tap into nature again, or their connection to the planet or the world, even if it's just how they look while they're in it. Maybe you're a surgeon, somebody who helps people feel better about themselves. Maybe you're somebody who does hair for a living, and these people just completely feel like their old self has died and they're like born anew through this hairstyle that you've given them. It's like a new lease on life. Now the King of Swords here reversed, you may find that you do attract a lot of people towards you that feel intimidated by your energy. Ooh, Ace of Wands flipped over. As I'm speaking, I picked up the deck. They might feel intimidated by your energy and your ability to make opportunities out of thin air, or just happen to look abundant or look like you always have something popping off, something new going on. Getting in touch with the earth will be very important at this time. Gardening, farming, like I said before, but especially for you guys drawn here. Even if you just have a plant in your garden, or I mean in your garden, a plant in your home. Okay, it does feel like you're going to be leaving something behind. With the Six of Swords here, it's like most of you, everybody here was meant to welcome in this new earth energy, okay? And you've been here before as a part of the earth, connected to the earth in a way that humans are also connected, but we don't realize. We have roots too. They're energy, they're energetic, you know, but we don't realize how much we are like the trees and how much we need trees. With this King of Cups here, I'm also seeing that there's some kind of love that you're also meant to be an example for. It could be self-love. It could be love between two people in a relationship. Love, like finding that magical career. Adopting those children that bring you emotional happiness. Expressing yourself creatively. It's just like overflowing with loving self-expression. And we have the Knight of Swords reverse. You may be dealing now with maybe difficult conversations with people. You might find that happening. I feel like for those of you that have been going through that at this time, this is like the final time that's going to be happening. It's like after these talks or conversations occur, if there's not a shift in the energy between you and whoever you're having these talks with, after having them, I just see you moving on with your life like it's whatever. That was for some of you. Yeah. Yeah, the world reverse. No cycle repetition. Especially if you feel like, you know, this person is someone who is a repeat of a cycle. Because what I'm getting here for the collective is it's time to connect to the earth. It's time to do earth work. For some of you, earth magic. For some of you, earth healing. And in order to do that, you have to bury old swords. You have to let them go. You have to leave things behind and people. And you may have to have those hard conversations with people, but at the same time, you have to have them in a different way. Seven of Wands reverse. You can't give up. You can't back down. You have to stand your ground. So some of you may be faced with challenging deciding factor type like conversations with people at this time. Tree energy always does give me the energy of releasing, transforming, letting go of things so that new can come in when it's time, you know. And we have the Ace of Pentacles reverse as well. So do be careful that you don't fall into an energy of a lack mindset. Going outside, putting your hands, your feet in the grass or a tree, or hugging a tree, or picking up a rock or stone, or doing something that connects you to the earth will easily get you back into a feeling of abundance, because it's just a natural way of remembering that the earth is ever giving. There's always more and there's always enough for everyone, you know? We have the Four of Swords reverse. Get some rest. Okay, I'm hearing that loud and clear. And you know what's crazy about that? Some of you may be coming out of a rest period or healing. Some of you may need to focus on your health at this time so you don't end up being forced to get into a rest mode. But overall, it's interesting because I reshuffled and was like, let me see, I'm getting a lot of swords now. Maybe I didn't shuffle good. And I shuffled again. I flipped the deck around. And it still was like, there's another sword. So I know that that is something that really wanted to get out there. Also, another message I'm getting for the collective is to pay attention because the trees are speaking through air. Ha! I'm literally reading my book. It says through birds. What did I just tell y'all happened to me just a minute ago before I started this session? All right. Through air, through birds, and through transformation or decay. Okay. They're teaching as well through these things. So pay attention. Okay. Oh, with the Nine of Swords. Yeah. This, I am getting like, you know, a need to heal from something still. And nature medicine may be best. When you felt like, you know, you had to turn your back on maybe harsh, narcissistic like people, because I feel like the collective here, you might, every one of you here can probably think of one person right now that you could say, yeah, this person's kind of a narcissist. And it looks like there is some PTSD left over from it with this Nine of Swords here. Maybe you still need closure. Maybe you got your closure, but you still feel fear of it repeating, these situations repeating. Yeah, Nine of Cups reverse. Like having experienced thinking you might have gotten a wish fulfillment only for it to turn out to be like, it wasn't what I thought. And so there may be some fear around it that you're still healing from, learning to trust your higher self, your intuition, and everything again, as well as your heart for some of you. Yeah, Page of Pentacles reverse. So really let the trees get you back into an energy of prosperity. All right, there's an opportunity that is coming. It might not feel like it's huge for some of you, and then for others of you, it'll feel huge, but it'll feel like, my Lord, it took me climbing some mountains and hills to get here, but it'll be well worth it. You have Three of Pentacles. It may be a collaboration for some of you, but it's definitely going to be you finally getting recognition for something that you do very well. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. I'm just really feeling like, you know, things are coming in. Something is coming in. The Magician just stuck itself out down here. Something been manifesting. You've been manifesting, or someone's been manifesting you. And I see it coming together. And when that happens, I see a healing completion. Like I'm seeing healing completed in my head. I see you finally shifting out of an energy of lack, because sometimes the energy of lack doesn't necessarily mean you feel poor or impoverished. It can mean that you actually just don't value you. You don't see your value, maybe because someone else didn't value you, you know? So keep that in mind. Like Four of Swords jumping out again. They're like, yep, healing. That's what needs to heal for many of us in this collective. So I'm going to pull some oracle cards before we get to the pick-a-pile. And these are from the Sacred Forest Oracle. What else do my light workers need to know that we're drawing here today? Any more wisdom trees want to share? Maybe how they can begin to heal. Who knows? Let's see. Standing Stones Passage. I feel like you're being shown the way through, being guided. It's like everything coming together at the right time. It's like I'm just hearing like portal open, the passage, the way is clear. Ancient Oak Spirit, that's interesting. This is not only the cover, but when I split the deck to shuffle it, I saw this card and I'm surprised that it ended up at the top. All right. I just feel a lot of peace and pride. I see a lot of work culminating, like feeling like finally getting just due after having put in a lot of work. Leadership, yeah, Stag Spirit, you've been really putting in that work, staying true to the path, keeping the faith even when it felt like there was no way forward. Wise Women of the Grove, Grace. Yeah. And I feel like that's what you're being given, because you've offered that to others in some way. Last one I'm going to choose. And Success, Secret Spring. Yeah. So I do feel like you're going to have success. It's like you're going to be successful because you're strong, you've been strong, and it's time now. It's time. Bottom of the deck is Spirit Guardian of Winter. Retreat. So I do feel for many of you, you're feeling very hermit-like right now. Maybe you're feeling like you've been pulling your energy back. You're not really out there like that. If you are out there, you're not really social media surfing like that. Or if you are surfing, you're not really posting. That is necessary. But I'm also here for some of you, going on a retreat might be beneficial at this time around winter. Yeah, meandering pathway, flow. There's something with going with the flow and magic just happening. Experiencing magic by doing something spontaneous, like I just did by cutting that deck right there and seeing Dragonfly Spirit change. I feel like there's some kind of trip or journey or something that by doing so, a huge change is going to happen, but it's going to be like in a magical sort of way. With winter, I'm getting winter around the winter time, whenever that is in your part of the world. I'm in America, so for me, we don't have winter yet. We're in the summer. But yeah, it's like a reward for your strength. And some of you might be saying, I ain't no leader, or I'm not a boss, or whatever. But you are a leader. Even if you don't have a family, if you govern yourself, you are a leader. There are people that probably look at you and you don't even realize they're looking to you. and just even listening to your higher self and allowing your higher self to guide you, listening to that inner voice, your inner compass. But many of you are meant to be leading something in some way that you have persevered at. And I do feel like it's something that helps people go through similar transformations that you've gone through. Okay. Expansion, spirit guardian of summer. And I just said, but we're in summer right now. Wow. So I feel like this is your time to grow. Right now, you're meant to grow. You're meant to become more abundant, more prosperous. Get out there, expand, spread your wings. You might find love, wild rose fairy love. I feel like it's the change that could be coming either around the winter time or between summer and winter in like the fall season. But I'm really hearing winter. Like right now, there's going to be a lot more. You see the birds by itself with all that stuff. It just feels like you feeling prosperous, feeling like you look good, getting out there into the sun, enjoying life. And even if you have bad days and bad moments, just still being able to find the good in them, or the good in your life, period. I do see love coming in. That is the change. Some kind of love. And even if you feel like you're already like, well, I'm in a romantic committed relationship. Love doesn't always have to mean romantic. You know what I'm saying? It could just be love coming in for you. It could be from family. It could be from clients. It could be from students. It could be from friends. Just go with the flow because success is yours. Yeah, you're rising above anything that once held you back or you felt was an obstacle in your path. You're rising above it. And this is all coming in because of strength, of divine timing, and because it's your just due. It's who and what you're meant to be receiving. It's and being at this time in your life. So yeah, all I'm hearing is go with the flow. Flow. Whatever's coming your way, if it sparks you, go with it. If it does not, don't. Okay. That's what I have for you guys for the collective and channeled messages. Or the collective reading and channeled messages for the tribe. And I'm going to be back with the POW selection, but this one's a little different today because whatever POW you select is also going to be the healing tool that's going to be used. So if you choose POW 1 and say POW 1 is connected to yoga, I don't do yoga, but I don't teach yoga, so it wouldn't be that, but I'm using it as an example. And POW 1 is connected to yoga in some way, then right after watching POW 1, you're going to have a segment where you'll get some kind of yoga that will help heal or help you with whatever the advice was from POW 1. I hope that made sense, and I'll be right back with the Pick a POW reading. See ya. Hey guys, welcome to the Pick a POW portion of today's message for Lightworkers. This Pick a POW is going to answer 5 questions, but it's also going to be kind of fun. The cards I chose are all based on trees, and the trees give messages in a very empathetic, compassionate way. They're not really harsh with their lessons because their lessons are meant to help you naturally, gracefully, and gently transform into the next level of your life. And therefore, they don't want to force it. They don't want you to be afraid more than you might already be. The objective is for you to feel rooted, grounded, secure, and supported. Okay? So we have 4 POWs to choose from. Whichever POW you select, it's also going to lead you to your healing session, which I don't usually do for a channeled message for the light workers, but the trees felt you guys could use a little extra healing. So there may be a little brief, either your POW is going to be connected to a healing dance segment, which would be steam, just doing a steam dance. A POW may be connected to a guided visualization that'll help you. It could be a hand mudra, meditation or affirmations, grounding, steam, routine, whatever is needed for that group is what you're going to get. Okay. And those sessions will follow immediately after your PAL. All right. So make sure if you are choosing more than one PAL, you use the timestamps so that you don't go straight into your healing session for the first one you choose. Anyway, let's take 4 deep grounding breaths. In through your mouth and out through your mouth. And every time you inhale, some of you, you know what? You can even do your inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. It's optional. But I want you to feel as if you're breathing in that scent of fresh air when the grass is just cut, when the trees are blossoming. Just feel as if you're breathing in that new, fresh energy. And every time you exhale, you're releasing anything that may have a hold on you emotionally or even energetically, just letting it go. And just a heads up, I don't know if y'all can hear it. There's a little bit of thunder in the background. But the sun is shining bright here where I am. But it did say storm warning, so I'm hoping it will not come while I'm doing this reading, so I don't have to pause and let it pass. But anyway, let's get into it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Sitting up tall. Breathe in. Feeling yourself rooting and connecting to the earth, grounding. Feeling strong, feeling supported. And exhale. Naturally allowing things to change within you and around you. Take another deep breath in. Opening up to receive what new energy wants to come in, and exhale. Naturally letting go and letting God. All right, now let me introduce your pals to you. Each pal is triple represented, so you really need to go with the first one that calls to you, either by crystal, by top card, or by the rune stone. Some of you may also just be drawn by a number you kept seeing repetitively, so also see which number draws your attention in. Pal number 1, you have Tifereth, beauty. Ooh. You also have this red sardonyx crystal point. And the rune algaes. Pile number 2. You have the card 18th Path, the Chariot. This green aventurine guardian angel crystal. And the rune ingus. Pile 3, you have the 24th Path, or Death card. How the hell did this crystal just went out my head? Oh my God. I'm like seeing it in its raw form, and I'm trying to get the name in my head again. That's crazy. And I have like 4 or 5 pieces of this crystal. It's not blue lace agate. I believe it's like, I want to say angelite, but I know it's not angelite. It's something else. Well, I'll know by the time we get to the pile. I'm mad my mind just went blank. Oh, gosh. Dag, I'm mad at myself. Anyway, if you're drawn to this crystal, maybe I'm not supposed to say what it is. I don't know. Somebody out there knows what it is, and they'll look it up and say, oh, that's my pal. I don't know what is happening right now, why this is out my head. I have a huge chunk of it, too, in raw form. It's still not clicking. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm not supposed to say what it is right now. All right, and you have the rune. Which one is this? Oh, Ansus. All right, and lastly, Pal 4. You have the card Netzach for victory. This crystal geode, and the rune Ota. I'm sorry, Otala. All right, so I know this is a lot to choose from. You know, you can pause here and take a good look at each pile, or you can immediately say, that's the one calling to me. I will say, Lightworkers, for this session, you may be drawn to more than one. You may. Because there's sometimes I do more than 3 piles, and I say, no, you still got to choose one. In this case, the trees are saying some of you may have more than one pile. So if you do feel called to 1 to 2 of them, if you feel called to listen to all of them, it just means there's a message for you. It's more than one message here for you. Okay, so really allow yourself to be led by your intuition, and I'll be right back with pile 1. Hey, pile 1, you were drawn to Chippereth, beauty, and the card also says balance, sacrifice, joy, and it has the symbol for the sun at the top. And what's interesting about this card, it's not meant to be read until last, but the crystal that is associated with this pile also resonates to exactly what the card says, and I didn't even realize that when I put them together. Red sardonyx promotes you to feel strong, to have courage, to feel protected, and it will also give you that added protection. But at the same time, as it is giving you protection, it's helping draw in happiness and joy, stability as well, and also assists you with clearer communication. If you've been feeling unsupported, it also gives you that grounding root chakra stimulation. Yeah, and like a fire energy. So for you to have the symbol of the sun at the top and then a crystal that resonates to the element of fire, it lets me know that there is, I want to say movement coming in, but this movement feels like something coming in due to you having made shifts in your life. Maybe you made some sacrifices, you released some people, you did some things that that is bringing things into balance and giving you a second life almost, because this is a phoenix here in the cut flying up to the sun, and it just gives me the energy that because of courage and perseverance, you are like getting a shift in energy. Maybe you've been feeling really tired or scared to do things, and you're going to get some kind of boost coming in from the trees. All right. So going outside, every time you step outside, you're going to feel that charge, even if you're not around trees. as you may be standing on land or in an area where a tree once existed that you were connected to in some way. Um, I'm also seeing in this card the sign of Leo right on this lion's chest. Some of you may have that in your chart or be Leos. However, it just lets me know the need for you to really indulge in your self pleasure. Like, and you know, y'all can take that anywhere you want to take it. But Leo is the house of pleasure. So you're being encouraged at this time to be in touch with your inner child, to do things that make you happy and have fun, recreational things. Um, yeah, play with kids. But for many of you, you're going to get a creative boost. If you're already a creative artist of some kind, you're going to feel really, really inspired at this time. And they're saying follow your inspirations, especially the ones that bring fear to follow, because those are the ones that will bring you the most joy. You also have the rune for protection, algaes. This is double. Wow, I'm not even realizing. Red sardonyx protection, and you got the rune for protection. So you are very protected. I'm feeling like indigo child, rainbow child energy here, star seed energy. You're very protected. And you've been through a lot. I'm hearing, like, with this rune, it lets me know you've weathered many storms, and you don't realize that through a lot of the things you've been through, you were not alone. You were watched, you were guided. You might felt like you weren't being seen, but you were. Okay. um you're being guided and guarded by unseen powers. So carry a talisman or amulet. These things will also wrap that even more, wrap that energy into yours, tie it in, bind you to this energy of protection. um you know, so yeah, you're really protected. I do feel like your light is really bright, my power ones. You may attract jealousy. I was gonna say haters, but really they're jealous, and it's almost like a jealousy that can't be helped. For whatever reason, your light shines a light on, I don't know how to say it, like what people want to be, how they want to be, or how they want to look, or it's like when people see you standing in your truth, some people you inspire and some you trigger. So the protection is necessary, to protect your light. All right. Wow, that was a lot off of just that. Okay. So how can you serve the planet's healing at this time? I asked the Celtic Tree Oracle. And for most of these cards, I will go to the book because the explanations are in there, but I'm also going to channel. So you have the more the sea. You didn't even get a tree. Okay. I'm going to have to definitely look into the book for this. How can you serve the plant's healing at this time? Some of you here are meant to preserve water, I'm hearing. You're meant to do something for clean beaches or clean water, or yeah, you have a work to do with water. But let's see also what else. You might find that you're drawn to the beach or to lakes or ponds or bodies of water this pile. All right. So the totems for this card is water nymphs and fairies, moon goddesses, as well are the deities, of course, because the ocean is controlled, and water is controlled by the moon and its phases. So these are female ancestors coming through at this time. And this card's key words are journey, pilgrimage, original homelands, ocean, water, mother and female lineages, maternal ancestors, the mysteries, emotion, and healing. This is your link to yearning to travel. So there's something international or outside of where you live now that you're meant to do. You're meant to travel, and the element of water is very important to your travel. This with more, you honor all waters on the planet, including the water in your own blood and bodies, and the unconscious and inner child. Right. The sea represents hidden knowledge and your ancestral lineages. It encourages you to take spiritual pilgrimages to learn about your roots and experience gratitude for them, and also encourages the inner journey into the depth of your own souls. Wow. So you might feel called to take some kind of pilgrimage or travel somewhere, or take a trip or a journey that connects you either to your ancestral homelands, or a spiritual home for you. Um, yeah, they're like learning another language at this time, going to a spiritual place, an ancient place of power, sacred lands, um, doing an inner journey, maybe like a shamanic journey of some kind, initiation, retreat. Uh, that's gonna help you at this time, because it literally says here, you may be called to help protect the waters of the planet. And that is how you can serve the planet's healing at this time. It's time to offer your gratitude for the rivers, streams, lakes, ponds, waterways, and oceans. It's time to contemplate the water cycle that renews the earth with rain and moisture. It is time to offer your gratitude for your own emotions and your tears. What ways can you protect the waters where you are? And it speaks of learning shamanism, or a form of spirituality that's connected to your own ancestry, that fits your deepest heart's desires. That's what more is. More is an invitation into the healing provided via the unconscious and the higher self. You're being invited to dive deep and learn about healing practices to heal the emotional body. Some of you may also assist in healing the planet by healing people through spiritual cleansings, or taking them to bodies of water to do ceremonies, rituals, or cleansings of some kind. Wow. Okay, so they were very blunt. I hope it's going to be like that for all the pals. Like, how can I help heal the earth? Like this. Boom. Okay. So, I'm hoping my washing machine ain't going to act up. Some of y'all may know I often set my washing machine to work and come do my work here. But, yeah, sometimes the machine don't always cooperate. It makes a whole lot of noise. So, hopefully it won't happen this time. All right, so the next question I had was, in what way are trees trying to inspire you to self-heal at this time? And I went to a deck called The Wisdom of the Trees for that answer. And you have juniper. Just makes me feel whimsical. I don't know why. In what way are they inspiring you to heal at this time? What could possibly be getting in touch with your inner child. Opening up your mind to wonder. Opening up, it literally opened right to your page. Wow. Okay. Juniper is about the spirit realms. And I felt that. That little whimsical energy, that fairy energy, which is also connected to the sea, the Moor Sea. It's just this energy of otherworldly powers. So it says, Juniper Diva messages, I have strong connections with the spirit world, and I can protect you when you want to contact their realms. These realms. I will act as a benevolent intermediary, so call on me whenever you need my protection and guidance. Wow. I didn't know that for many centuries. It says here that juniper was regarded in many cultures as one of the trees that act as gatekeepers between the mortal and spiritual worlds, keeping them apart and guarding against evil influences. So, trees are trying to inspire you at this time to investigate psychic work or spiritual work that you feel drawn to. As long as you have good intentions behind why. Okay? Because you're being protected at this time to explore your gifts. Yeah. You have some kind of healing gift, and you're meant to, at this time, be inspired to really explore it and develop it. And to do that, you just have to just dig deeper into where you feel intuitively called or drawn. All right. You getting a real, I love it. I just really love it when the guides are so clear. And trees come through so crystal clear. All right. So this is my homemade deck called The Forest's Edge. And it's going to answer the question, what's your special gift from the energy of the forest? Well, what do you need to know? So you have a cave at the forest edge. Meditate, hermit mode is needed. So one of your special gifts is you have the ability to meditate to the point of shifting energy radically. Like if you put your mind to something or focus on something or don't focus on something intentionally, your intentions manifest. And at this time, it would be useful for you to start to meditate more, because you'll start to see more clarity come in when you do this, when you start to do that. You also have reach. Set your goals high, you will reach them. So there's something with you with being a go-getter. I just feel like whatever you say you're going to do, my power ones make sure they do it. Like there's something with you and your word. Like if you say you're going to do something, you make it happen, you manifest it. And you don't realize that that's one of your gifts. Trees are also assisting you with increasing your gifts. I feel like your power. You have crossroad. You need to make a choice. Follow your heart in the direction that it leads you. So you have many gifts that you have at this time. And your tree guides, the spirit of the trees, are bringing these gifts to the surface because it's time for you to choose which way you're going. Maybe you've been spreading your energy thin, focusing on too many different new things or old things and not letting yourself expand. There's something where you need to really listen to your heart and brand to the sea. Maybe you need to really, there's something with travel and you're not doing it, you're hesitating, or there's something with assisting the environment that you're scared to go towards, but they're saying your heart is telling you which way to go. And it's time to make a choice. And your spirit guides of the trees are going to assist you with that. So that, I feel like, is a gift in that you will no longer feel stuck as far as like choosing what direction to go when it comes to which gifts to focus your energy on. And lastly, you have spring. Things are beginning to bloom. Stay patient. It's almost time to emerge. So it feels like the ball started rolling for you during the spring of whenever you're watching this, the springtime. If you're in the spring, then it's happening now. If it's past, I'm letting you know now. Things have already started moving in your favor. Energy has already started shifting to bring in a desire of yours, a goal that is necessary at this time for either self-healing or healing of the world. So a blessing that, a gift, I'm sorry, that you're receiving from the energy of the forest is going to be the gift of finally feeling like you're out of the ground. It's like I'm seeing you as a root with the bud, or a root with a stem and the buds closed. And they're letting you know that spring was when you started to bud, to develop. Whatever ball started rolling for you, it started in the springtime, or it will start in the spring. And if you're in the summer, then it started already when you're watching this. If you are in the spring, then it's beginning now. And if you are in the winter time, then it hasn't happened yet. Or the fall, it hasn't happened yet. All right, that means the coming up spring, the spring coming. But you're going to be seen, I'm hearing. Like, they keep showing me, like, I'm seeing a flower that has the sunlight on it in the midst of a forest. Or, like, a forest, and there's a tree there that's just taller than all the others. It just can't hide anymore. And that's what I'm hearing for you. You might not see it as a gift, but there's a gift you have that's going to shine. You're not going to be able to dim it. You're not going to be able to hide it. And they're saying anymore. So it's something that you're kind of dimming or you're hiding already. It could be psychic gifts, or your ability to heal or be a healer or shaman in some way. And they're saying, they're giving you the gift of fearlessness, like you're and recognition. Like you're just going to end up getting your accolades in some way, and it's going to make it so that you can no longer dim. You can no longer dim your light. Okay. So which tree were you in a past lifetime? I'm sure everybody wants to know that, you know. And you have linden. This is my tree angel oracle deck. Well, not mine. I own it, but it's, you get what I'm saying. All right. Master number 11 lets me know you're a master manifester. Like, you put your mind to something, it usually comes into fruition. And that's the energy I get here with this courageous, carefree, joy. Like, you sacrificed a lot to get to this point. I also feel like a lot of you drawn to this pile um don't realize your beauty, and not just outer beauty, but how beautiful you are on the inside. Maybe people have made you feel like, because you're so strong, you have this lion strength and this power and this free spirit of the horse and this ability to resurrect yourself with this phoenix energy. I feel like a lot of times maybe people forget you're human, and yeah, put a lot of pressures on you or judge you um without really knowing you, because they can see this inner light. And sometimes it's blinding for people who've been in the dark for a long time. And sometimes it can make some people just want to be in it and just want to drain you of it. So it's so much with being this light and being so beautiful, but you just radiate this golden yellow aura of joy. So the angel of linden, which means lime, by the way, so this is a lime tree, I believe, is intimately connected with one of the human soul's most important sources of power, the universal desire to find equilibrium, to find true harmony, balance, through which all forms of life can thrive. It is for this reason that linden trees live to such a great age. So you can expect to probably live a very long time, because you have in your past. And why? Okay, so they live to such a great age, and why they are such powerful healers. That's more confirmation you are a healer and you've been one multiple times in past lifetimes, even as a tree. It is also why they were traditionally the trees under which counsel was held and judgment given. Wow, that's deep. This tree stands for social justice and balance, as you can see. Um, the the more deeply you develop the linden's ancient sense of balance, the happier and calmer you will feel. It's not, however, to reach a place of rest, but is a constant striving on your own behalf to finally access a great power that is available to you. The forgotten power of the dragon. Oh my God, I'm a dragon energy. Dragons are symbols of the living energy of the earth, and their blood, the invincible river of creation itself. And I do feel you also connected to dragons, as they're letting you know here. Probably either dealt with one in a lifetime, was one in a lifetime, or you're just very connected to the energy of fire and earth. Wow. It stands literally. The linden stands for justice, dignified, and humanitarian aims, and the impetus behind charitable work. So you've always been in service in some way, my power ones, to this planet. If the linden had not stepped out of the Garden of Eden into the dense matter of creation, the earth would not have survived for long. Wow. It represents your inner temple of healing and forgiveness. So you may have dealt with, in this lifetime or in a previous one, racism, lack of compassion, conflict, making scapegoats of people, with people using you as a scapegoat, the stealthy and lawless activities of secret police, including torture. So that could be a reason why in this lifetime you want to dim your light. You don't want that attention. You've experienced some horrors. Wow, that's interesting, my ones. So that brings me to the last question. And it wasn't really a question. I just asked for advice for the next 3 days, or like the next weekend. If you're in the weekend now, um, whichever you feel it resonates for. It could be right now, it could be an upcoming weekend, or just the next 3 days. Okay. And that is what the top card and the bottom card are meant to tell us. And your bottom card is the element of air: thoughts, mind, communication. You're very connected to the earth. So shamanism has to be a thing. You got the sun, you have air, you have the sea. You even have moon energy coming through with that. And then the spirit realm, it's just like you are very connected to the ancestors, to the earth, to your spirit guides. If you're not, They're letting you know that they're here. They're very close to you. So, advice for the next 3 days for you, my Power Ones, is to really go within, take some time to really assess what it is that truly brings you joy and happiness. All right. It could be something that you once did that died that you need to resurrect. It could be something that brings you a lot of fear and you need courage to go after. It could be something that requires you to be a free spirit and not worry about public opinion because you're going to draw in your folks. But you are meant to bring a transformation in some kind of way with communication. It could be the things you say. It could be ideas you come up with. But your thoughts and your visions are very important for the planet at this time. So for the next 3 days, really pay attention to the things you are thinking of and really communicate your thoughts. Like I'm hearing that too. That's also going to be very freeing for you. To speak your mind, get your thoughts out of your head. It could be ideas. It could be a fear that you've had, somebody you were afraid to talk to. Because by doing that, balance is going to return to your life. You're going to recharge that lion energy that you already have inside of you, and you're going to see joy, just happiness, a freeing energy, like you finally have stepped into a place that you once feared, and now it's no longer a place of fear. It's actually a place where you feel safe and happy. So I feel like you're going to be, in the next 3 days, shifting some kind of energy through things you say, calling in some joy and happiness by something you communicate and share, teach, or just, say to somebody. It's going to be very important in shifting something in your life in an area that's maybe has not felt so happy. You know, it's about to start moving. Okay. And you're being guided towards this. So something that makes you afraid to speak on, that's exactly what it is. And know that you're protected. And that's the reading that I have for you from the trees, my Power Ones. I hope that this resonated with you. And I hope you enjoy your session that's attached to this pile, which is a healing dance that connects you and roots you to the earth as if you are the energy of the trees. Okay? If this resonated with you so far, though, you can already give me a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe to this channel. I hope that this Lightworker session has been very healing for you. And I'll see you in the next part of it. Peace. Blessings. And all the good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. Now let's get dancing. Hey, you guys. Welcome to the healing part of your session today. I've been using the sound of the woods and forests as my music track, so it's the same for you. You're going to hear the sound of a stream gently flowing. You may hear birds singing in the background. I want you to really put yourself in the energy of the trees, of the woodlands, of the forest. And where I want you to see yourself right now is right at the edge, where you're about to exit the forest and step into clarity. Okay? So, you're going to learn a fun dance, and this is something you could probably do with little kids. You're going to learn a dance that I learned as a little kid at Bernie Johnson's Cultural Arts Center in Jamaica, Queens, the originators of Gang Gang interpretive African dance culture. And this dance, we will say this dance is for the babies. But we're going to use it today to activate the energy of fun and play and joy. Just let your inner child be happy and feel carefree and laugh at yourself. But at the same time, we're going to sing. Well, it's not really a song. It's more of a chant. And if you've been here at my channel many times before, then you know what it is. All right? So let me just clear the energy in my space and put this down. So this song, I didn't find somewhere to put it. Look, I'm still with it. This song is my magic song. Here we go. And you're saying, I'm magic in the flesh. And what I want, I manifest. I'm magic. It's in me. What I believe, I receive magically. I'm magic in the flesh. And what I want, I manifest. I'm magic. It's in me. What I believe, I receive magically. Okay? So the words will be on the screen, hopefully. And you'll be able to say the words as you do these 3 movements. So the first one, your feet. Step. Now look at my back. See my back moving? And we're going to use these moves to activate or, balance out the divine masculine and feminine. You can choose which one. So if you want to balance out the divine feminine, hands are behind your back. I'm magic in the flesh. If you are masculine or you want to activate that energy, arms are here. I'm magic in the flesh. Okay? Masculines are moving the pelvis. Feminine energy is moving the upper torso. Okay? I'll try to do both of them because we're going to do this at least 2 times. Your second movement, so that's the first one. The second move takes a little bit of leg muscle. You're going to open up your legs, bend your knees a little bit, just a little, and you're going to push through obstacles. Push. Look at my heels. Bounce, bounce, push, bounce, 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 push, bounce, 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 push. Okay? When I was a kid, we would do that jumping, and the teachers would be like, no, it's just your heels. We'd be like, push, jump, jump, jump. So if you want to add some fun to it, you can jump. I ain't jumping though. Okay? So, the first move is the push. Next step, heel toe, and I mean the heel, and we're doing the heel as like kind of giving that energy that we're moving out of the forest and into the clear. Okay? So think of it as if you're walking, but having fun walking. So heel, 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 step, heel, step, heel, step. And your hands are going to go from the heart out. Heart, heel, 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 heel. Okay? I'm going to add one last step because I know it's going to be a lot of fun to do it. Okay? So the last step. We are going to do a real kitty step. This step, the hands go knee, knee, clap, clap, push, 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 push. Knee, knee, clap. Some of y'all that teach children African dance, these are good beginner steps. Now you use your feet though. Your feet the whole time are stepping. Knee, clap, clap and push, 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 push. Knee, knee, clap, clap and push. This is going to be the celebratory step that you are out of the woods, out of the forest, and ready to live your greatest, most fun, joy-filled life. So, to all together with the feet, knee, knee, and push, 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 knee, knee, and push, 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 push. So let's go back. Divine feminines are here, if you choose. Divine masculine energy is here. And the feet are just stepping across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push, 2, 4, push, 2, 4, push, push. Okay, I'm sorry. Heel, 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 heel. Last step. And all right, let's try that. I'm out of breath and I ain't even been working it out. Let's try that with the chant. We're going to do it slow. Ready? Slow for me too, because I don't want to mess up. 5, 6. I'll do the divine masculine in the beginning. 5, 6, 7, and I'm magic. In the flesh. What I want, I manifest. I'm magic. Sorry, no, that's enough. It's in me. What I believe, I receive. Heals. I'm magic. In the flesh. What I want, I manifest. I'm magic. It's in me. What I believe, I receive. Magically. I'm magic. Then we'll take you back to the beginning. Okay? Let's try it 2 times. This is a video, so you always have the chance to pause, to do it again, and stuff like that. Okay? Let me just make sure you can see me well. Wow, all that time I think I was crooked. Was I, guys? Was I not centered? Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter still. You still learned. So, dang, just doing this, your group already, y'all energy has me feeling really silly, kitty, fun. And I think I needed that. I think sometimes I'm a little too serious myself. All right? I'm too focused on purpose and goal and, and sometimes I just need to sit and chill with my spirit guides and pick up my feet and enjoy my family and the life that I've created thus far. And maybe that's a message for some of you guys out there. Okay, enjoy your life. You are what makes it beautiful. You are what makes it not a fun life. Okay? Not anybody else. Because if it's anybody else, it's still you. You allowed these people into your energy. You allowed them to have some kind of effect on your life. All right? Unless it's your parents and then you was just born into them, nothing you can do about it. Let me stop. Anyway, ready? I hope that little pause to catch your breath didn't make you forget the dance. So let's start 2 times. 5, 6, 7, and I'm magic. In the flesh. What I want, I manifest. I'm magic. It's in me. What I believe, I receive. Magically. I'm magic. In the flesh. What I want, I manifest. Get out that forest, y'all. I'm magic. It's in me. Push through. But I believe, I receive magically. One more time. I'm magic. In the flesh. What I want, I manifest. I'm magic. It's in me. What I believe, I receive magically. I'm magic. In the flesh. And what I want, I manifest. I'm magic. They say I'm what I believe, I receive magically. Whew. And I hope you realize how magical you are after doing that. How easily you can just shift your energy without force, without mental strain, simply having fun. That is the key for you guys, to have fun. And the more you're doing stuff that brings you joy and happiness, the more you're doing things that feel like play, the more you're doing things that make you laugh, the more you'll see that glow up. The trees got your back. Maybe getting out into a campsite or a beautiful park and just playing, taking a ball out, going out and having fun, getting on a swing or a sliding board would be deeply healing for you guys that were drawn to this session. And maybe think about coming on my retreat, Bonessa, to West Africa. We're gonna have hella fun there. Lots of fun. So if you're interested, send me an email, go to the website, do what you gotta do. But for now, I'm aminaheckstall Suma. This is Soul Transforming Energy. Welcome to my channel. Please remember to like, and if you're new to the Light Tribe, subscribe. We welcome all light workers. Until next time, guys, continue to do your healing work. Love you. Bye. Hey, Pal 2. Welcome to your session. You were drawn to 18th Path, the Chariot, Determination, Discipline, and Concentration. And this is going to be read last, so it will sit here. You are also drawn to this green aventurine angel crystal. I can say that your heart chakra is getting some kind of healing at this time. I don't know why I'm hearing love or luck. Luck around love. Luck. Maybe you've been feeling unlucky with love and your heart is being healed or protected at this time. You're getting some extra loving energy from a tree. So really pay attention when I get up to the deck that is the Tree Angel Oracle, because I feel like you are very, very connected to that energy, my group 2s. Sorry, maybe some of y'all came from Power 1. We'll need to check it out. My group 2s, you're very connected to the energy of that tree. And I believe that's the tree that you were in a past lifetime. So pay special attention to the message that comes from there. But I feel like there's something with your heart and love that is getting a healing, okay? You also have the rune Ingus. Can you see it? Okay, this is the rune of sexuality, of being aware of your body, of being fertile, creating family lines, but it does have to do with pleasure and growth. So I do feel like you may have wounds that are rotate around romantic relationships that may have been sexually based. Some of you may have had bad experiences when it's come to fertility or sex. But I'm also seeing for some of you, there's something with your family lineage that is important at this time when it comes to your body. So you might find yourself needing to pay attention to your health. That's for some of you. And others of you, I see as being a very potent time sexually, where you may really feel horny, for lack of a better word. And you're very fertile also. So you may find you're giving birth to a child. If that's what you want, then go for it. If not, you know what to do. You know, we're all adults here. But there's some kind of like energy around healing when it comes to your body image, when it comes to your physical body, period, matters of the heart, and sex. Yeah. All right, so how can you serve the planet's healing now before we get sidetracked? And this is from the Celtic Tree Oracle. And it says, heather, or mistletoe. Now, look, you get a tree that actually is used during the holidays for people to kiss under. So, how can you serve the planet's healing now? It has to have something to do with love or just, yeah, well, let me just take a look. Okay. So it says the totems for this card are the white stag, bees, and ravens. It represents deities, the pregnant mother, aspect of the goddess, Pan, and the green man. Wow. So the key words for this card are healing, spiritual development. Didn't I say I felt healing, a heart healing here? Making contact with the spiritual dimensions, fertility as well, solid foundations, the spiritual path, all heal. So the heather represents healing and spiritual development and acts as a gateway between the worlds. She'll help you manifest your wishes and stimulate your dreams. She's protective and promises good luck. Didn't I say luck? This is crazy how all the keywords I used are coming up. Wow. And there's the thunder. I said I could hear thunder, but this is the power where it actually is happening. Loud and clear. Wow. So, how can you help serve the planet's healing at this time? Is by helping to heal others. Wow. And also healing yourself. Connecting more to the spirit world will also assist you in this healing process. Wow. There's something about you connecting the earth to the spirit realm. So there's some work you need to do with the spirit realm that you're meant to assist other people with doing too at some point, or inspiring people to do the same thing. Whatever it is, it could have something to do with helping people give birth. It could be to a literal child or to a creative idea. Helping people heal from disappointments and when they're not successful at something they put their hearts into. But there's some aspect of healing here, okay? And really creating some link between the earth and the spirit world. That is the part you play in helping the planet heal at this time. Because it says here, when you receive this card, communications with the spirit world via divine intervention can result in healing. So you need to pay attention to your dreams, visions, and synchronicities. Prayer and meditation can help you as well, and spending time in nature. All of this is to help you do the healing you need to do so that you can do the work necessary on the planet at this time that you're being called to do. But this coming up is just it lets me know that you're meant to serve the planet's healing by addressing issues that need healing in yourself and then in others who probably have similar needs of healing. The physical, the mental, emotional, or the spiritual. All right. Some of you here are doulas. You're meant to help people give birth to children. Yeah. Or you're meant to have more children than what you're expecting. Something you planted is now coming to fruition. So you might feel like there's something you put your energy towards, and it didn't come through the way you thought. They're like, it was a seed that needed time to grow, to root. If you focus on the positive at this time, everything is going to flow. Okay? Everything's going to flow. Wow. You're born to help creation on the planet in some way. Oops. All right, so in what way are trees trying to inspire you to self-heal besides that? And I'm going to the Wisdom of Trees Oracle, and it says camphor. Camphor to me is something that is used to wake people up, to really be like, you guys to wake up, snap people out of being in a stuck state. So maybe there is an aspect of you that you need to wake up to at this time that maybe you're not tapping into, that they're trying to inspire you to tap into. All right, what part of the book is this in? Leaf wisdom, bark, trunk healing. Which one? Well, it's not in that one. Because this book isn't in alphabetical order. It goes by chapters of the wisdom that's being offered. So it's not in the leaf. Let me see, which one is this? Flower, fruit, and seed power. It's probably, nope, it's not here either. I had to have passed it. This is why I don't like using the books, because it takes a lot of time when they don't have their books written in alphabetical order. Something that I won't do to my fellow readers. My stuff is going to be in order, alphabetical order in the books, so you don't have this issue. And here's camphor. It's in the trunk healing. Okay. So it brings clarity. You're being inspired to self-heal by them giving you clarity as to exactly what you need to work on, what you need to heal. And the message, Comfort Diva message is, I teach the importance of seeing situations clearly, not only with your mind, but also with your heart. This will enable you to look beyond the way things appear to be in order to see how they really are, and so find peace and understanding. Wow. It's like this scent deters pests and fleas and insects and stuff. It also opens up the nasal passages and the lungs. So it helps you to breathe while clearing away toxic energy. And at this time, that's what you need to do. You need to be clearing out pests that are in your energy. This is what I'm picking up for you. Some of you may be having sinus or breathing issues, and that could be the health thing they want you to pay attention to at this time. There's a need to check your lungs, your sinuses, your breathing in some way. Not to make you be like, oh my God. It's just telling you it's time to put some special attention there. Camphor could also help you. They may be giving you a hint here too. But they are inspiring you in this way to wake up and understand clearly, how things really are, instead of trying to look at things as how you'd like them to be. So they're inspiring you at this time to set aside some time to be by yourself and practice slow, steady breathing. Like, they're inspiring you to look within, to meditate more, because this will help you to clear your mind so that your difficulties become easier to analyze and you gain greater understanding. And it'll also probably help you with self-disciplining yourself and concentration. Okay. So now let's take a look at the special gifts that the energy of trees is bestowing on you at this time. Okay. And I use my homemade deck called the Forest's Edge for this part of the session. So you have Land of Fae Folk. If you believe, it will come. Wishes come true. This is the card of wish fulfillment. There's something that is coming in that's going to be a gift from the forest. Something you want to manifest that you've been wishing for. And you're going to get an example of how powerful your manifestation abilities are. You have a gift of being able to bring in the things you truly believe in, okay? So keep that in mind when you fall into energies of feeling like you can't have the things you want. What other gift from the trees do you have for my pal twos? Cliffhanger. Spirit says the experience is yours to have. You will get no insights beyond your inner knowing to reveal what's next. So I do feel pretty much your intuition is getting a boost at this time, because the trees are coming through to say they're not going to show you the way forward. They're giving you hints, they're giving you signs. However, you have to listen to your intuition at this time. And for them to say that, that means your intuition can be trusted to guide you to whatever is next for you instinctively, You also have the crystal clearing. All that glitters doesn't make a all that glitter doesn't make a dark energy shine. You must release it into the earth. So I do feel like you're going to have a special gift when it comes to crystals. Crystals are going to help you heal, help you release certain energies, ground certain energies into the earth so that you're not carrying them. So get some crystals ASAP if you don't have them. And if you have some already, when you meditate and do breath work, hold them in your palms. And sometimes you can fist them. You can feel the energy a lot more, or wear some, okay? But you're getting some assistance with crystals to release certain darker energies that no longer need to be in your vibration. And lastly, you have above the clouds. You keep getting dreams come true, and I keep hearing like luck, luck, luck. Dreams can come true. Believe in magic. It's all around you. Like, you are going to manifest something you really, really dreamt of, but you felt could not be attained, or you just felt was impossible. You're getting this gift of manifesting, and I'm hearing all you have to do is believe. All you have to do is trust, and what you want is gonna come in. Okay. And that brings me to which tree were you in a past lifetime? And for this pile, it seems to be very important. So I'm going to the Angel Oracle deck, and it says myrrh. Oh my. And you know, myrrh is used for a lot of spiritual work and in sacred temples and spaces. You have a very, very old soul. Ooh, you've been here a few times, my pal twos. It's interesting how both of the items up from the woods and forest that you have give off some kind of scent. So I'm hearing aromatherapy is going to be very powerful for you, or it could be something that you might need to use to heal others. Maybe you'll find a way to calm babies with scents, or women who are going into labor with aromatherapy, or just you might find that you're able to even expand your ability to meditate and focus by using scents such as camphor and myrrh. Will be very healing to you. All right, what else do they need to know about their past lifetime as a tree? Thank God this book is in order. In the physical world, myrrh is an unusual plant that only grows on the southern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, now Yemen and Oman, in the form of a small knotted and gnarled tree. But its angelic presence is everywhere, an angelic presence, and you have the angel-shaped crystal. You really have, I feel like this pile, archangels and angel guardian spirit guides working with you that are either passed on family members from this lifetime or past lifetime and friends. Wow. You've helped in the past open people up to the spirit realm, open up their higher senses to the spirit realm, and helped people to deepen their contact with the unseen, and increased people's devotion to the divine with your scent as myrrh. I believe many of you spent time in sacred temples and places where your scent and aroma helped increase people's connection to the unseen realm. Being a bridge. Wow. The myrrh angel's mentor is Mercury, who is of course also the god of commerce, as well as being the winged messenger between gods and humans. Thus, the history of the incense trade is an excellent example of how human beings can aid a tree angel to fulfill its task with great scope. Wow. Burn myrrh and pray and give thanks, and blessings are going to come in for you in this lifetime, because you've been such a blessing in other lifetimes when you were in that form. Stay in a energy of gratitude. That's going to help you in this lifetime. Don't become arrogant or egotistical, too proud, Yeah. Stay connected to it. And I'm moved to read you the oracle for this. I didn't do that for the other pile. But it says, be aroused, devoted heart, and send a prayer. It is time to give thanks and send blessings to all of creation. Love rises higher than devotional smoke and wraps the entire earth as wide as the heart. And there's mention of the heart. So I just really feel, I do feel they're grateful for the work you've done in the past lifetimes as Myrrh, and they're also encouraging you to use it in this lifetime. Okay. So the last question I asked, well, not really a question, was for some advice for the next 3 days or the next weekend. If you're in the weekend already, I guess it's for the following weekend, or you can put it to the next 3 days, whichever you feel moved to do. And that is this card and the last card for you. So you have the 23rd path, the Hanged Man, in the form of the Ram, and 18th path, the Chariot. Two contradicting cards: tolerance, new perspective, life purpose. One card is telling you fast movement, and the other one is telling you stop and take perspective, or you're going to be stopped. So what I'm getting for you, your advice for the next 3 days: stay focused and determined on a goal, because it's going to come in, okay? As long as you stay focused on it, it's coming in. But I'm also hearing it could be giving way. Ooh, there's thunder. It could be giving way to your life purpose. And I think you've been needing some perspective when it comes to that. Like feeling as if whatever you're doing now isn't giving, isn't moving, isn't happening. Maybe you have an artistic calling, you feel blocked creatively. Maybe you just have a desire to be a parent and you just feel like there's something in the way. Something you've been determined and focused on and putting your energy towards is coming in. Something you've been very disciplined with. However, it's coming in a way that you might not expect. I feel like there's a change in your perspective of how you need to receive a certain blessing. And whatever it is, it's putting you in alignment with your life purpose. It could be your soulmate, divine mate. It could be your soul career. It could be your soul family. It's just putting you in alignment with it, and it's coming in quick due to you staying focused on your goal, on your calling, okay, or whatever you feel called to, and doing the work on self when necessary. You're being guided. You're at this time by angelic energy, and I do feel like they're assisting you in our heart healing, that when you can shift your how you look at whatever pain you might have when it comes from love of any kind, intimate or just uh you know without intimacy, there's still a healing that's going to take place there, or needs to take place there. And once that happens, you'll have a new outlook on things, I'm hearing. So your advice for the next 3 days is to really just look at things from another angle. Allow yourself to be enlightened by observation, and not lose your determination. Trust and know that everything that's meant for you is coming in at this time, okay? Yeah. Everything that's meant for you is coming in at this time. And to have like so much about fertility and growth, I really feel like something you planted is growing. And maybe you came from Pile 1. This is almost feeling like you could have also been drawn to Pile 1. But the difference I'm feeling with this pile is that there's something that needs a shift in how you're viewing it for you to have what wants to come in faster. It could be a move you need to make. Whatever it is, it's a life-changing choice, I'm hearing, and the time to make it is coming in quickly. So do what you got to do. Pray on it or whatever. Talk to your angels, your angel guardians, and see where you feel guided. But that's the reading I have for you today, my group 2s. And your healing session following this is a guided visualization. So I hope you do enjoy it. And yeah, you can take the time right now, though, to like this session. It was a great one. And subscribe if you're one of the new light workers here. We're always welcoming in new light workers. Peace, blessings, and all the good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. And I'll see you in your healing session. See ya. Welcome to your guided visualization session. It's all going to involve sound healing. So in the background, I have the sounds of like the woods, streams going, birds flying, singing, the leaves rustling through the grass. And that's the visual I want you to have. I'm going to play some sounds, and here and there I will give you some direction. But initially, I want you to visualize yourself shifting out of an energy that has been holding you back. If that's a lack mindset, always looking around and saying, I don't have, or if it is a mindset of things are not flowing. I don't see things flowing. I don't see things moving. Or if it's a mindset of, when is it going to be my turn? You know, we're going to get into this vibration of freedom. And to me, forests, woods, they all represent moments of reflection where you are trying to find your way, either to the center of the woods or out of the woods. The center of the woods to me represents getting to the core of your soul. And getting out of the woods is getting clarity as to your direction. So today I want you to visualize yourself in the woods, in the forest. It could be streams, it can be animals, it can be birds, whatever comes into your mind. Allow spirit to guide you through this visualization. As you can see, I'm sweating. So the ancestors have been on my back this whole day as I'm trying to get this session together for you guys. And the energy of the trees is no joke. Like, I am hot. But I want you to see yourself carefree, either making your way to the center of the forest, the heart of the forest, there where you can see sprites and fairies and elves and gnomes and just fae energy, elves, you know, however you visualize it or daydream it. And allow them to heal your body, heal your mind, heal your soul. And then if you are someone who's trying to get clarity, visualize yourself happily enjoying the ambiance of the forest, of the trees, as you make your way towards the light at the edge of the forest. Because when you get to that light, you'll be clear on where you're going, why you're going there, and what you're meant to do. Okay? Now let me stop sweating and let's get to breathing. I'm going to burn some sage to clear the energy. And as I do that, we're going to take some deep grounding breaths. Hopefully I don't breathe in too much sage and end up choking. I've done that before. Anyway, let's get started. I don't know where I should place the mic. If I put the mic on me, I feel like you will not get the full ambiance of the sound. So I'm going to lay my mic down in front of me, and hopefully it will pick up all of the sounds that are necessary. Now let me introduce you really to the sound family here. First we have my ethereal drum. That's going to start off your breathing, okay? That's going to get you into the woods. That's going to get you into the forest energy, okay? Then we have sound bowls. Each of them that I've chosen today activate the heart chakra, the third eye, and the crown. All right? Heart, third eye, crown. In order to open up your heart to intuitively embrace and attract in those that are meant to be in your life and enjoy your loving energy. And the crown and third eye are also connected so that you can stay connected to your number one love, the one entity that will love you unconditionally no matter what you do, and that's source. Okay? I also have a drum here. That is to ground you and connect you to the energy of your ancestors and the energy of the earth. I have chimes here to connect you to the energy of air, the element of air. I will use these to connect you to the energy of abundance and water. All right, so let's get started. Close your eyes, sit comfortably. You can sit as I'm sitting on the floor, legs crossed, or you can sit in a chair with your feet flat on the ground. Palms should be open to receive on the tops of your knees or thighs. And if you feel to, you can activate the root chakra by letting your index finger and your thumb touch on both hands and sit on your lap there. Some of you may feel more comfortable doing having your hands on your heart. If you do that, put your left hand on top of the right, in the center on your heart chakra. Otherwise, palms open to receive these messages is all that's necessary. This is going to be a quick visualization, but it's going to get you right out of whatever stuck mindset you're in, and it's going to help usher in a new way of seeing your life in the world. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your mouth. And out. Relaxing is the goal. Take another deep breath in. Take your time, filling up your lungs with fresh new air. And exhale. And as you exhale, visualize yourself breathing out toxins in your body and anything that no longer needs to be in your vibration. Take another deep breath in. Relaxing your face, relaxing, and exhale. Relaxing your body all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, visualize yourself entering a grove of trees, a forest, the woodlands, whichever form of tree gathering calls to you. And for now, I want you to breathe naturally in through your nose and out through your nose. Some of you may be more comfortable breathing in and out through your mouth. Feel free to continue to breathe in through your mouth and out through your mouth. The only thing I ask is that you breathe deeply and connect to your own rhythm and sync with the earth's heartbeat. Visualize yourself entering the forest, entering the woods. See the sunlight peeking in through the trees where it can. Hear the birds. Hear the streams, the lakes, the rivers. Feel the energy of magic all around you. Visualize yourself playfully enjoying nature. Continue to breathe deeply as you go deeper and deeper into the energy of the trees, into the sanctuary of woodland, into the forest. Breathe. Continue to journey into the woods, deeper and deeper. Maybe you're seeing your animal spirit guides. Maybe you're in the woods in the nighttime. And the guiding light you see is the full moon. Repeat after me. Again, repeat after me. Breathe again. One more time. Feel yourself rooted, connected to the earth. Feel her abundant energy all through your body. Breathe that abundance and prosperity into your life. Feel the waters. It could be rain, it could be streams of lakes you stepped into. Visualize yourself coming into contact with the energy, the ever-giving energy, the ever-cleansing energy, the ever-clearing energy of water and air. Breathe in the air. And every exhale, release toxic energy, toxic mindsets, beliefs that are stale, that are old, that no longer resonate with you. You're going to leave those thoughts, those false depictions of who you are in the center of the forest. Give it to the wind. And watch as these worries blow away with the breeze. You can give them a color. You can see a big bubble of pink or green light. And in this bubble, put all of your fears, all of your worries, all of your guilt, all of your shame, all of your sadness, all of your anger and rage. And watch it float away in your mind's eye. Let that bubble go, float on, and allow it to be carried away by the waters or by the air. And as you return to the space you're in, take a deep breath in through your mouth and connect to your crown, the top of your head. And breathe out. Sending purple light to the top of your head. Take a deep breath in and send loving light, clearing energy to your third eye. Open up that crown and that third eye chakra. Continue to take deep breaths in through your mouth and out through your mouth. Sending loving light energy to the top of your head and the center of your forehead. Bring that light, green, pink, bright light to the center of the chest in your heart chakra. Let's breathe loving light into that area. Breathe in through your mouth. See that area glowing bright, and exhale. And as you're breathing, visualize yourself coming to the edge of the forest. You're walking a beautiful path, a path of ease, a path that has opened up your heart, made you feel lighter, shifted your mindset. Heart open and full. Continue to come towards the edge of the woods. Breathing deeply in and out. And as you come to the edge of the forest, allow yourself to start to return to the space you're in. Breathing deeply. Breathing deeply. In and out, returning to the space that you're in. a deep breath in through your mouth. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly open your eyes. Stretch out your arms. And wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself some love. And just know that this love you're feeling right now comes from the trees. Maybe go outside today and give a tree a hug. Put your hands in the grass. Put your bare feet in some soil, in a lake, in a stream. I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey. I hope you enjoyed this session about trees. I'm aminaheckstall, and this is my channel, Soul Transforming Energy. I hope to meet you all on my trip to Guinea, West Africa, Bonessa Retreat. And if you need more information, just send me an email or go to the website, www.thesumacenter.com. Until next time, you guys. Bye. Hey, Pile 3. Welcome to your session. And you were drawn to the 24th path, death. And it says grief, rebirth, and transformation. This card is read last. But I'm sure those words are going to come up in your reading. And this is an angelite crystal. I don't know why I couldn't remember what it was at first, because it was giving me blue lace agate, and I was like, no, I remember when I got these angelite crystals, because I would put them under my pillow because they are good for sleep and dreams and things like that. So anyway, I do feel like some kind of calm and peace coming in for you. I don't know, just a calming energy after what doesn't feel like calm. Like maybe you've been through some ish and now it's like you're coming out on the other end. You also have the rune Ansuz, which is the rune of Odin, the breath. It's all about self-expression and clear communication. Yeah. There's a lot to do with how you are being heard and expressing yourself. And also how you listen. You know, you might receive letters at this time or messages from people that may be meant to inspire you in some way. So you may have some inspirational conversations that are going to come in. Pay attention to them. I'm also hearing you may be inspiring or inspirational to others because of changes you've gone through, things you've gotten through in your life. Yeah. Let's take a deeper look. So how can my pal 3s How can they serve the planet's healing now? And I'm asking using the Celtic Tree Oracle. You have Mwyn Vine. Ooh, I'm not familiar with this. It looks like a grapevine, though. How can you serve the planet's healing now? You got number 11, so you are a master manifester. There's something you're meant to manifest. Okay, Pop 3, sorry about that. I had to do a quick cut because I realized when I started your session, I didn't have my mic on. So I was like, can I be heard? Let me stop and check. So that's interesting, being that you have a rune about clear communication. Maybe you feel like you're not heard, that when you're saying what you need to say, or you're sharing, or you're speaking, people aren't hearing you. Maybe you're a writer or a spoken artist, you feel like you're being overlooked and not recognized. But as far as serving the planet's healing, which is where we were before that little quick interruption, something about you multiplying. Maybe you're meant to do something that's going to create a following or clientele. Something that's meant to take people outside of themselves. Almost like intoxicating, I'm hearing. Maybe you do stuff that deals with self-image. Maybe you do something that deals with erotica, sexualities, different types of sexual preferences. Why is it going in that direction? I don't know. I'm also hearing something that allows people to be free in expressing themselves. With self-expression, I just keep hearing that free self-expression. All right, so let me see what else. How else are you meant to serve the planet's healing now? With this master number 11 here, open right to your page. So the totems for the Mwyn Vine, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, is the lion, sylphs, nymphs, elves, and fairies. We got a lot of fae folk in this session because this is not the first group to get fairies coming through. And the deities connected to this plant is the Dionysus, the Green Man, Pan, both who came up in another pile as well. Lug, the mother aspect of the goddess. Okay, so the key words with this card are bringing things to fruition. And I say you're a master manifester. Abundance, harvest, community, prophecy, psychic, enjoyment, celebration, laughter, abundance, summer. So your joint's about to come in now at the time of this reading. And intoxication, yo, so y'all don't think I'm playing with y'all. Intoxication, yo. And ecstasy. Like, I don't know. I think I saw grapes and that just brought that to me. Like, wow. Okay. I love when I'm on point, y'all. I'm always on point, but I love when I get confirmation. Wow. So this is a blackberry. This is the blackberry. And there's something about celebration and just maybe you're meant to help serve the planet's healing by celebrating the planet in some way, or celebrating a certain people or group of people on the planet in some way. Because whatever it is, I'm seeing fertility being an outcome, like something growing and growing. This is a time, it says, for song, dance, and storytelling. Maybe I said you guys hear spoken word artists, writers, singers of some kind, poets, storytellers, and dancers. So some of you here may also dance. Going to the oracle, well, you're here now, is encouraged at this time, as well as prophesizing. So if you get downloads and things come to you, that's another way you're meant to heal the planet. You're meant to share these prophecies with the people that you feel called to. All right, in some way or form, it's helping to heal the energy on the planet. Also, when you enjoy your abundance, it attracts more to you, okay? This is just a card that promises abundance and fulfillment. Wow, there's something about you just becoming abundant that is going to fulfill the planet's healing. There's There's a harvest that you worked really hard to create that's coming in. Wow, pal 3. You can expect results in tangible manifestations. Give yourself a pat on the back. Take your bow and enjoy recognition and applause because it's coming in for you this summer. All right? However, there's a warning here. Watch out for signs of arrogance. So don't allow yourself to become arrogant. And this could be a reason that maybe your harvest took a minute. And now it's coming in because maybe you're in a better mind space where you can either see where you're arrogant and let it go, or you are completely free of any of that energy. Yeah. Sing praises of gratitude and count your blessings. You're being told to celebrate. It just says this suggests a celebration. It could be a shared one, but it's time to get together with others and celebrate a certain community you belong to. All right? And be grateful together for what you have. This card is also about creative expression. So you are really meant, many of you, if not all of you drawn to this pile, you're meant to heal the planet through creative arts. It literally says theater, writing, and performance. Something big. It's time for something big now. It's time for expansion, creativity, generosity, sharing your gifts. This is a time to seek the oracle. So don't feel bad if at this time you're constantly looking at readings because they're saying it's necessary. And this pile specifically, try to get yourself a personal reading because they're saying it's time for you to consult the oracle. Yeah, it literally says find a good reader or select your own favorite tool if you do your own readings. But I would suggest that at this time you seek someone that can give you a personalized reading to really literally tell you how you're meant to serve the planet's healing, because this gave a broad view, but it did narrow things down a little bit. Okay. Wow. Who chose this pile? Write it in the comments, my pile 3s. Interesting. I wasn't drawn to this pile, but wow. I was drawn to 1 and 4 for those that are nosy. But anyway, I should have chose this one. All right, so let's see. What's your special gifts? Wait, I'm skipping something. In what way are trees trying to inspire you to self-heal at this time? And you have Scots pine. So this is a pine, a sort of pine tree. Maybe you're meant to take some time to self. Because when I see the snow and I see the winter, it just lets me know it's a time to incubate. Maybe to be close to home, close to family. Maybe celebrating holidays and different milestones will really heal you. Maybe you didn't get that as a child growing up. Maybe you always as a child wanted like that type of, family together celebrating different holiday traditions type vibe, but it's something you need right now as a part of your healing. You are actually an energy that can thrive through the winter. In fact, you create and give birth to things in the wintertime as well. But what I'm hearing is the things you create in the wintertime are meant for you to use or to really fine-tune before bringing it out to others. So I'm going to go to the book also for the wisdom of the trees and see what other messages are there for you. This is a book that's not in alphabetical order, so bear with me. There goes the thunder. Ooh, I'm so happy I ran out and got my clothes off the clothesline before the rain, but I have more stuff in my washing machine. I wanted to hang out to dry, and I see that ain't happening. Okay, so you got Scots Pine, which is a trunk healing card, and it says construction is the meaning of this card. Scots Pine Diva's message is, my straight trunk has been valued for thousands of years for building ships and homes. I thrive even in foul weather and harsh conditions. Let me show you how to construct a richer and healthier life for yourself. Wow. So, how you're being inspired to heal at this time by the trees is for you to really take a look at your life. the life you're building for yourself, and to see whether you feel satisfied or dissatisfied with it. Um, if something's not working out the way you want it to, they're saying look beyond the day-to-day difficulties and start to gain a clearer view of where and how you need to make changes. Very interesting. Death card leading the way. There's something with changes that need to happen in your life at this time in order for you to have a richer and healthier life. So they're inspiring to really look at the areas in your life that you need to clear out in order to heal. And that's the winter energy. It's like something, maybe relationships are not moving forward, maybe in the home specifically. For many of you, you need to really look and see, are there people in the home, or are you in a home that you're just not happy in? Really, it's not what you wanted it to be. And yes, it's good enough to see you through the cold at this time, but you're in the summer, literally, if you're watching this at the time that it was published. And it's time for you to now get to work. So they're trying to really inspire you to really, really take a look at your life, because if you're not happy with your living conditions, you're not going to be able to do the work that's coming for you now, because you're meant to bring some kind of huge change in the world, something that changes people, I'm hearing, in a way. So let me see. What's your special gift from the energy of the forest? And I'm using my homemade Oracle deck, the Forest's Edge, to give you that answer. So one of the gifts we have the gift of the Whispering Willows. Listen, Spirit is trying to send you a message. So one gift you may find really, really strong at this time is your connection to Spirit. You might feel like you're hearing messages. You might feel like you're getting downloads. You might feel like Spirit communicates with you through someone else. Maybe somebody comes through with an answer that you needed to hear or something. But your gift of being able to hear Spirit is being intensified at this time. So don't freak out. You also have roots. Communicate so you can get to the root of the matter. What is it with communication with you? So I do feel like you're going to be speaking up a lot at this time. And maybe you're someone who has always felt like you weren't heard, or when you communicate, you're misunderstood. You're getting a gift at this time from the trees, the ability to communicate clearly and from a space of compassion. So I feel like for this pile, maybe sometimes you have the habit of, when someone is expressing their problems to you, to counter it by matching it or trying to overdo it. Like I was in a situation, I was telling somebody about my predicament with my kids and how it's difficult for me to do certain things. And then the person I was talking to was like, yeah, how difficult it was for them to do certain things also. And sometimes people just want you to say, yeah, I see you and I see your struggle and you're doing a great job. Rather than trying to be like, my problem's worse than yours, or I'm stronger than you. I have to do this, and that could be a habit that you might not realize you have had. So you also have a gift of getting to the root of issues. But you have to be careful that you come from a space of compassion. And you're getting that gift at this time to be able to communicate and speak in a way that it either addresses the problems that someone is dealing with, or it assists you in healing issues without being misunderstood. All right. You have the forest shaman, healer. Wow. Okay. Remember to use your gifts to heal the world, and you most of all. I'm sorry, and most of all, you. So they are going to be guiding you towards ways to enhance your gift of healing, especially healing yourself. It's funny. I was just literally Googling shamanism because I kept getting tossed, like pulled in that direction. I'm supposed to be doing something or learning something about it. And I feel like this pal as well may want to look into shamanism, shaman work. But also, you're being reminded at this time that you have the gift of self-healing, okay? So you're getting a boost with that from the trees. If you've been dealing with a health issue or anything, know that there's natural ways for you to heal, and they're going to be shown to you. Like, you're just going to see a way and be like, oh my God, this is the way. All right. You also have fruits. Bless you. Prosperity and love are on the way. You will have sweetness in your life. So I see love coming in first off. I also do see some money, but what I'm hearing is you have a gift that if you're doing something you love, or you are around people you know truly love you, that you truly love, you manifest like crazy. So for you, it's very important that your life makes you happy. Yeah, because that is one of your gifts, is that when you are in an energy of prosperity and love, the fruits that you give birth to are amazing. I'm also hearing you're getting a blessing of some love coming in for those of you who felt like it's been elusive to you. Some of you have been feeling an energy of lack. You're going to see prosperity start to come in, because this energy of the sun rising is letting me know you might have felt like you was in the dark for a minute in those areas, but sweetness is coming back into your life. So yeah, don't feel lost or forgotten, because you're not. All right. And let's see, which tree were you in a past lifetime? You have elm. Oh, little elf looking angel in there. You have the elm tree. I feel this pile very connected to elven energy. The other pile that had the fairy energy, I felt more fae folk and that pixie and sprite vibe. But this pile's giving me elven energy. You might find that you're into movies like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, maybe even Harry Potter. There's something about you with magic you might find very, very appealing. So let's see what else you need to know about this past lifetime. I do feel like some of you spent a past lifetime not just as an elm tree, but also being used in magic. Maybe as an elm tree, you were used in a magician's work or something. Or maybe in healing elixirs made by elves. Oops. Okay. So the angelic being of Elm radiates through the realm of communication and exchange. Yo, if you guys in this pile don't end up doing something where your voice is heard, you are so not in alignment with your purpose, because every other card is talking about speaking, communicating clearly, communicating, speaking, singing, whatever, you know. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry, that just bugged me out. So it is concerned with true and sincere communication, not the mindless mailings of the computer age or brief exchanges between members of peer groups, but communication that transcends barriers. In the morphogenetic field of the elm, the Greek hero Orpheus plays his lyre for the animals. In the past, memorial services for the dead were often held beneath its leaves, and people, mystics, nature spirits, and their emissaries would all meet within its presence. Wow. The elm encourages a space for understanding, reconciliation, and empathy. And that could be exactly what you're meant to be doing in this lifetime as a human being. Being a space where people can come together that are all open minded and be respectful of each other, where they can share ideas, share issues, find a common understanding, and reconcile maybe with their past. I'm hearing you may also be very much meant to do work in helping people heal from a past. You're also connected to the energy of dwarves and giants. Because this tree is connected to the green man, the powerful guardian of the forest. Wow. Wow. You really were a powerful elm in a past lifetime. I feel like you've seen you've been lonely. You've been that only lone elm left. You've also seen greed, where people have taken, maybe chopped down an entire elm forest just for their needs for building homes or whatever. Um, yeah. You're meant to create meaningful discussions, purpose for meaningful dialogue between people, because with social media and mobile phones, that's getting lost. You're meant to like take people back to before that era, when people went to concerts and they didn't have a phone out. They were really there vibing with the artists. When people went to spoken word shows and really wanted to hear the words, and listen and feel what someone was saying rather than see a video online. You know, you're meant to bring people back to communicating on a more spiritual level. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. And your oracle literally says, wake up and listen, wake up and speak out. The dying only hear their own voice, but the living sing in chorus. And I'm going to leave that for you to decipher. I'm not even going to try to break that down because I feel like it means something different for each of you here. And the thunder is increasing. I think by power 4, the rain will be here. You guys have the thunder, which lets me know it's time for you to be heard. It's time for you to be heard. So the last thing I asked was, and it's not really a question, I asked for advice for the next 3 days or the next weekend. So this could be for the next 3 days or for the weekend. If you're in the weekend, you could use it for the next 3 days when you're seeing this, or you can just say for the next weekend, however it resonates for you. And that brings me to your last card and your first card. 24th path, which is the path of death, grief, rebirth, and transformation. And Chokmah, wisdom, inspiration, spark, the divine masculine. Wow. And I thought I saw the energy of the divine masculine in Pal 2. So you might have been drawn to Pal 2 as well if you would check it out. I didn't say it, but I thought I saw it in the past lifetime tree. And you also have a masculine energy here. You are really grounded in that energy of the divine masculine, in your wisdom. But be careful because the energy of the divine masculine can also start to get arrogant and prideful. But in the next 3 days, you can expect a huge rebirth. You might feel like you're grieving because you've been leaving things behind, aspects of yourself that have been a part of you for a very long time. Maybe people who have been a part of your life for a very long time. Habits. It's necessary because I just feel like these changes are going to bring longevity to your life, period. Your health. Help you reach your dreams quicker. So there's a transformation that's happening for you the next 3 days or the next weekend that is because of wisdom you've gained and this divine masculine energy within you that is ready to take action and go after your goals and your dreams. This symbol here is the symbol for the planet Uranus, which lets me know there's something. It also represents change. So you got two cards that represent change, but it speaks of evolution and innovation, a change that happens naturally when something evolves. And I feel like the next 3 days or the next weekend, you're going to go through a huge evolution. It's like the spiritual work or whatever work you've been doing in regards to releasing grief or dealing with grief or just letting things go and stepping into a rebirth. That has set off a spark that is going to shift things in your life. Like your life is about to evolve to match the transformation you've made within yourself. That's what I meant to say. So expect to see great things coming. And look how he's looking back. It's like he's looking back at this change. And here's the rain coming down. Yeah, you've cleared something. You're going to realize you've cleansed something karmic in the next few days. And you're going to realize it when you start to feel very inspired to make a mark in the world in some way or in someone's life. And there's that thunder. I don't know if y'all can hear all of this, but I'm letting you know that's what's happening. And I hope that this reading resonated with you, this whole session. If it did, give me a thumbs up now, And if you're new here, welcome, Lightworker. Remember to subscribe. Your healing session following this is going to be a steam routine to help you ground and root and really calm your energy. Okay? And get grounded in the divine feminine as well to match that divine masculine energy. So you remember to nurture yourself and have compassion for yourself and give yourself grace. And that's what I got for you. So Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. And I'll see you in your healing session. See ya. Welcome to this steam routine that's meant to assist you in increasing flow into your life and getting things to occur with ease, to be able to go after your accomplishments and reach your goals without force. And so this steam routine here, it begins as the steam routine begins. However, some of the movements may change because this routine has been adapted to those who need to increase the flow of things coming into their life and things that they no longer need in their energy going out. Okay? This way you can avoid a feeling of chasing, a feeling of not attracting, of running behind something, always trying to make something happen. This steam routine is going to simply put you into alignment with it. That way you don't have to use force, you use energy. You don't have to use physical force is what I'm saying. You don't have to run around and do. You can just energetically shift into alignment and watch things manifest. So I'm just clearing the space, and if you have aromatherapy items such as incense, sage, Palo Santo, air freshener even, just spray it around to get yourself into this energy. If you have pine scents, that's the best, because the energy we're in right now is the woodlands, the forest. So the background music I'm using is not actually music, but it is. It's nature's music. It's the sound of birds, the sound of a gentle stream flowing, okay? And I want you to really get into the feeling, seeing yourself standing in the heart of the forest. It could be a clearing where the trees open up and sunlight or moonlight shines in. It could just be a space in the forest, in the woods, that feels sacred to you. Wherever it is that you visualize yourself to find peace and calm amongst the trees is where you need to see yourself now. And every time we're doing any movement that feels flowy, you know, if your arms are flowing, embody the energy of a gentle stream. You see how streams just flow? There's rocks in the way, they just go over it, they go around it. That's the vibe you want to have. You see how trees just grow? If their roots need more space, they'll push the earth up. They'll topple over cement, concrete grounds in order to breathe and grow. So this is meant to get you into that unstoppable energy, but energetically, okay? Because I feel like my guys here that are having this session, you probably spent a lot of time doing, and now your guides are saying, get your energy in alignment and you can relax. They're going to do the rest because you're just going to be attracting in. And they'll be more clear on what it is you're trying to attract in than if your energy is here, your energy is there, your energy is there, your energy is there. Okay? So first, follow me because there is no tempo or beat except the one I'm feeling from the sounds of the woods. So first, let's get into the energy of being in the woods. Close your eyes. You can stand or you can sit as long as your feet are planted on the ground. As you breathe in, feel roots extending from the bottom of your feet or the base of your spine. Breathe in through your mouth. Exhale through your mouth and feel these roots extending deeper into the earth, connecting you to the core center, the heart of the planet. Breathe in. Feel that energy coming up your legs, up your spine to the top of your head. Exhale. Just release any fears, any worries, any doubts, any guilt, any shame. Let it go. Take a deep breath in again, releasing any sadness, any anger. You're filling yourself up with love, joy, prosperity, abundance. Exhale. Deeply breathe throughout this process and follow me. Take a deep breath in. Shoulders relaxed and exhale out. Again, breathe in. And out. You go down to the earth. Scoop up some of that water, the stream around your feet, or some soil, and exhale as you pour it over your body, clearing your aura of the past wounds. Again, the other side. Visualize and clear your energy. Follow my feet. Going to clear obstacles out of your path and open to receive your blessings. This creates flow. Open. Remove those obstacles. Open to receive your blessings. All you're doing is pushing and visualizing the things in your way moving. Turn your palms up and look up to receive the abundance raining down on you. Again. Step together, step together, step together, step together. Stay here in the position of gratitude. Take your arms up, breathe in, bring them together and breathe out. Relax your shoulders. Open up your palms and surrender. Let go and let God. Breathe. Bring your hands together at the pinkies. This is a hand mudra for being in service. Step. Step. If you're here, you're a light worker. In some way, you're meant to serve the Most High through being in service to humanity, or to the animal kingdom, or the planet in some way. Here. Index finger to thumb, touch them and twist so that the left hand is facing in and the right is out. This is the hand mudra for spiritual growth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to dance with it. Side, up. That's a bending of the knees and just turning your torso. Up. Breathe. Breathe in. And exhale. Repeat. burdens and release them. Let them go. Let your spirit team take care of it. And breathe in. Take it all the way up because we are opening to receive. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. We're attracting. We're not chasing, all the way up and open. Stay here. We're going to walk in the light of source and step, step, smile, step, 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 step. Bring it in. Exhale. May you always have flow and ease in all that you do, and clarity and a deep connection to the energy of the trees and the forest and the planet Earth and your inner spirit guides. May your life just begin to flow from here on. Don't chase, attract, and you'll be right on point. I hope you enjoyed this session today. I really, really do. I hope that it has given you a renewed faith in the fact that you only have to get into alignment. There's nothing else you have to do physically. You've done enough. If you are here, you've done enough. And your guides are saying, now it's time for you to let things just come in. Just let it come in. And stop fighting stuff. When the changes come, it's what you asked for. It might not show up in the way you thought, but you asked for it. Open up to new experiences, new things, and you'll see flow into your life. The only reason why there may be disruption is if you're forcing something to happen. That means doing too much, or you're overthinking and you're not taking action when you should. I'm sending y'all light and love in your journey. Please remember to like this video and subscribe if you're new to this tribe. I'm aminaheckstall Suma, and this is Soul Transforming Energy. Until next time, bye. Hey, Pal 4, welcome to your session. Oops. You were drawn to Netzach, victory, hope, love, and art. I was also drawn to this pal along with pal number 1. Very interesting. This pal goes with the last part of the reading, so it'll be over here. But you were also drawn to the rune, the rune for home, Othala. Can you see it? And the rain has started, pal 4. The rain has started. So you might hear thunder, you might hear rain going off. You might hear rain going off. You might hear rain, but hopefully my mic is not picking that up, and my denoise gets rid of a lot of the noise that I'm hearing. But it just lets me know there's something cleansing about your energy, or cleansing that's occurring in your life at this time. But that brings you, ooh, and there's the lightning. You're about to do something big. You're about to do something big. You are about to do something big, powerful. Something that is like, I'm hearing strike while the iron is hot. Ooh. Some kids just screamed that are outside. That thunder was loud. It's letting me know you are meant to do something that's going to bring a huge change. And I feel like sooner than you think, it's either going to change your life or change other people's lives, or just, it's a huge change. Because that's the first flash of lightning I've seen this entire time that the thunder's been going for this half hour, almost an hour. Yeah, you're meant to do something that's meant to really change the world. And with home here, I do feel like there's a need for you. You're going to move, or you need to move. There's lightning again. Like, this is about property and possessions and buying or inheriting something. It's the ancestral halls. There's something that you're going to inherit or you are inheriting at this time. It could be a gift. It could be land. It could be a home. Yeah. It could even be a sense of home and peace within, a contentment that's coming now. Just feeling grounded and finally feeling like you're reaping what you've sown. This is the rune of plenty and of good harvest. So I feel like you've done a lot of work with this victory card here. Maybe you haven't seen it, but you've been victorious. You are really doing it. And it's time for you to either move homes or create a sense of sacredness in your home that makes you feel happy and content. You're going to be given the means to do so. I see money coming in and you finally being somewhere where you feel comfortable. This could even be work for some of you. It could be a job or a career or a workspace, but it's something you've worked hard for and that you deserve. So know that. And being drawn to this crystal here, it's very interesting because this is a man-made crystal. I bought this because it was pretty, but I knew it was dyed the color green. So maybe green is important for you at this time. You should be wearing more green. But that also lets me know you have heart chakra healing that either you've done or you didn't do. What I'm getting for this group is incomplete heart chakra healing. Perhaps you've begun the work, but there's still some wounds there. I do see you as someone who's very loving. Your energy comes off as being very loving. People just feel like you can't hate them. That's not to say you don't attract haters, but it's just your energy. Maybe people take advantage of you because they feel like your heart's so open. The thunders came in with that. So I'm also seeing, these rainbow colors being reflected off of the dye job. And it lets me know that you have the ability to connect to many types of energies. And it's because of your open heart. You may attract in a lot of energy that you're like, is this real? Are they phony or what? Because this being man-made and being a fake crystal lets me know that some things that sparkle you needed to learn were not all that they seem to be. You might have dealt with a lot of fake and phony people because the energy I get from you is one that stands in realness and just feeling like you can trust and feel good around someone without having to worry if they're going to hurt you or just take you for your energy or your kindness. All right, I'm going to move on. I was getting so much more, but I'm going to wait till the end. So the first question I asked is, how can I serve the planet's healing now? And I used the Celtic Tree Oracle for that answer. How can my power force serve the planet's healing now? And you have Ada White Poplar from the Aspen Tree or Aspen Tree. This tree gives me an energy of fall and autumn. There may be a huge change coming in for you in the autumn time. That's for some of you guys. You could take note of that. How can you serve the planet's healing now? I'm trying to get the channeled messages before I go into the book. I'm hearing retreats. Maybe you're meant to be a retreat guide of some kind. That's for others of you. This pile really makes me feel career-oriented or life purpose-oriented, even though, you have the rune for home. Maybe you're meant to be a sacred space or a safe space for people who feel like they don't have anywhere to belong. When they feel lost and hopeless, there's something about you being a beacon. How else, let me go to the book, is my group 4 meant to heal this planet at this time? So, the totems for this card is the horse. And the horse that pulls the sun across the sky specifically. and the white stag. Another pile had the white stag. Can't remember which one. Deities or guides associated to this card is the crone aspect of the goddess, which is like the elder mother. The green man, which the guardian of the woods has come up for about 3 piles. So we're very connected to this energy. You have Herni, the hunter, and Cernunos. I'm not familiar with Cernunos. That's Cernunnos if you want to look that up. And the keywords are adversity, endurance, determination, spiritual strength, the small voice of God, guidance, encouragement, courage, protection, rebirth, and sacrifice. These trees are hardy, fast-growing, and strongly resistant. Woo! That thunder was a little ground shaking. You're very strong, very powerful, my power fours. You've been through a lot of things that really would have broken other people down, but instead for you, I get you constantly were able to rebirth yourself, renew your energy, renew your faith. And it's like you carry this small voice of God either in your head or in your teachings when you speak to other people, or when in your aura when you're around other people. And though you may, like I said, there may be people who you might come up against adversity from those who are fake and phony and just want to be in your resilient energy, but you offer encouragement and protection to those who need guidance, is what I'm hearing. And you being a guide is how you're serving the planet's healing. So maybe you're a parent, you're a teacher, you're a counselor, you're an intuit. You offer guidance in some way. Because these trees offer courage and endurance to help us overcome our troubles. That is your purpose here in healing the planet at this time. Is to show people their way out of the woods, to make people feel safe. You may even be meant to work with children, because I'm seeing providing protection and shielding from death, injury, and misfortune. It's just a spiritual energy you carry. And it literally says we celebrate the fall equinox, and we recycle and compost what is left of the harvest. So this is connected to the energy of fall. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta sip. Woo! That thunder scared me. Oh my. Oh my. Should I pause? This is a cycle completion here, and I feel like you're meant to help people complete a cycle, complete a transformation, so that they can be able to be open to receive their harvest. And in doing that, you have to help people kind of let a certain aspect of their life die. And that can be difficult, all right, for people. So there's something with transformation. Yeah. Closing cycles that you help people with that assists the planet. You may even be someone that closes cycles for life, for animals. Maybe you're a veterinarian. Maybe you are someone who is like works in a senior center for people preparing a transition. Maybe you teach. Maybe you work with orphans. But whatever it is you're meant to do to help the planet heal at this time, this card is letting me know you will deal with adversity. There will be people against what you're trying to do, or you might feel like you're not getting support. But having this tree have your back means you're getting strength to endure. You're getting assistance at this time. And it promises success after your difficulties have ceased. You will have success. And that's clear in the card you were drawn to. And that's what you're meant to do on this planet. You're meant to show people that troubles are like storms and that they eventually end. But sometimes you got to wait the storm out. But afterwards, the sun comes out. And so it's kind of like helping people stay hopeful in times where they might feel like they're losing hope. You might not even do it knowingly. You might just do it by inspiring others with your actions. but that's how you're meant to heal the planet at the time. Showing people how to begin again, even after trees are down and houses are blown apart. Um, yeah, you are meant to help people when they are seeking guidance and support. Mm-mm. And you're being protected at this time in doing this work, because there are going to be some who don't like your methods, who don't like the things you say or what you're doing, um, who feel intimidated by your energy or your glow and want to imitate it and things like that. Um, just know that because you are here to assist with cycle completions, bringing things to an end. I also feel like a cycle completion for the energy on this planet. You're meant to also give birth to the new earth, that new energy that was once on this earth of love and light. And you're a part of that change, my group fours, in some way. So yeah, you inspire others to also get through challenges, get over losses and endings in their life so that they could step into new cycles. Yeah, this is all about old dreams ending and new ones beginning and rebirth coming in. Some of you may also lead people on rebirth retreats or rites of passages and initiations and things. Okay. That could also be how you serve the planet's healing, but you do serve it in helping people, I'm hearing, and possibly animals in some way, okay, or a specific animal for some of you. Um, I'm getting children or old people, elderly or very young children could also be a part of how you're meant to serve the planet's healing. So, in what way are trees trying to inspire you to self heal at this time? And I look to the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle for that answer, and you have ash. You just meant to release through, I almost wanted to say through fire, like just because ash isn't literally ashes from fire, but it's giving me the energy that you're meant to heal through a fire cleansing, like burning things away. So maybe burning a candle at this time. Candle burning will be very helpful for you in burning away certain energies that might be in your vibration and need to get moving because their time and your energy is completed. Um, I'm also hearing like ceremonies where there's big bonfires will also be healing for you at this time. Things that use warmth or heat, maybe even traveling somewhere where it's very warm or tropical energy will be self-healing for you. So I'm going to also look in the book for ash. Bear with me because this book's not in alphabetical order. All right, so this is from the trunk healing. And ash is about mastery. That's the key word. Ash Diva's message is, my wood has many uses because it's strong yet flexible. For centuries, humans have associated me with magical powers to repel evil and to heal children. Oh my God. All right. I exude a sugary sap so I can help to make your life sweeter. All right. Some of you may be here from pile 3 as well with this sweeter life energy. But the ash tree is mentioned in many mythologies, including those of ancient Greece, Ireland, and Wales. The Norse myths, collectively known as the Prose Edda, tell of the god Odin, who with his brothers Vili and Ve created the first man from an ash trunk. And there's more about the history of ash. Tea made from dried ash leaves has diuretic and laxative properties also. And it's also been burnt in fires to keep the devil away. So that's why I was saying maybe seeing bonfire ceremonies as healing for you as well. Not saying you need to keep the devil away, but saying, clearing, burning away any toxic energies that may be in your vibe. So they're also inspiring you to self heal by gaining mastery over yourself, by accepting who you are and fearlessly looking at all aspects of your personality. Strive to be objective and rational rather than being swept along by subjective emotions. So I really feel like you need to look at your emotions and your feelings around certain things and allow yourself to fully heal. I feel like you might have done rush jobs on healing, or maybe felt like, oh, I'm good. And they're saying there's still some emotions that have not been released. There's still some feelings that need to come out. That thunder scared me. Oh, your pal has the scary thunder. Like, oh my goodness. Whatever you're meant to do it this time, you're meant to do it now. It's like an urgency behind this pal. Like, I feel like I need to hurry up. Uh um whew. So yeah, you're meant to really accept who you are and how you feel about things, fearlessly looking at all aspects of your personality. Um, it's time to really own your shit. It's time to really own what you want and what you don't want, and everything else. Bye bye. And your self healing process needs to continue when it in regards to matters of the heart. I do feel like there's some kind of emotions around wounds of the heart. I don't know if it's rooted in home, since Othala is here. It could be family, a family wound, from blood family relatives. It could be a wound from a marriage or a love relationship that was a part of, like, a home or a safe net for you, or a safe space for you, that all of a sudden didn't feel so safe. You still need to complete a healing from that. And I think the way to do that is to really focus on freeing your emotions in a way that I feel like it's creative or something. Yeah. Okay. So, what's your special gifts from the energy of the forest? And for this, I am using my homemade oracle, that the forest's edge. So, first you have autumn. Isn't that, how do you, this is crazy. How do you have two cards that the energy of autumn is here? So, you have a lot of transformative energy. I feel like you've completed a cycle. This power here, you've completed a cycle. You've completed a transformation. And this says a card of serious transformation or something will happen this fall. So I do feel like you completed a cycle. And one of the gifts that you're getting from the energy of the forest is the ability to change your life by changing you. You've changed yourself. You let a lot go. I feel like you let a lot of people out of your life, or you let a whole bunch of false mindsets that you used to have go. And in its place, by this upcoming fall, from whenever you're watching this video, you are going to see a huge change happen in your life. I mean, a huge one. See, you're getting the gift. You have the gift of transformation. This power here, I feel like you can change and rebirth yourself. You're very resilient. You bounce back from a lot. You also have elflings. Wow, you may be connected to power 3. They were very much elves. It says, children look to you. Oh, you got children again. How many times? Children look to you to be guided and feel safe. This is just reiterating what I said. So one of the gifts you have from the forest is the ability to take care of children, to raise children in a way that connects them to nature, to the spirit realm. They really trust you, and there's something about your energy that makes them feel safe to trust your guidance that you offer. So you do have a gift of connecting to children and teaching or guiding them in some way, either as a parent, a teacher, or just as a spirit guide or friend. You also have herbs. The fairy sends you healing. Good Lord, this power, you're just connected to elves and fairies, huh? So you have a gift of working with herbs, my powerful. If you haven't been using them, like fresh herbs, growing herbs, teas, and things like that, look to that, because you have a gift with herbs that are going to help you in healing yourself and possibly other people, like children or elders. And you have Field of Dreams. It appears in the center of the forest when you need to remember magic. You have a magic ability There's something with this pal that it feels like you suppressed your magic in some way. Your ability to connect to spirit, your ability to just manifest. There's something with it that it's kind of feels like you've cut it off. And they're coming through now to remind you of this gift and to let you know that you are at this point in the woods where it's time to tap into your magic. So you're going to find that some of your gifts to manifest are really enhanced at this time, but not the normal manifesting, like miraculous, where you believe and trust so strong that something just seems to manifest without you doing anything, is what I'm hearing. You have a gift at this time being enhanced in being able to do that, like 50 boppity boo manifestation. Okay, so let's find out what tree you were in a past lifetime, and I'm gonna go to my tree angle, or the tree angle oracle deck, for that answer. And you have Pipple. Oh my gosh, this is a tree of the Buddhas, at least I believe, if I remember correctly. Wow. So you might find yourself drawn to Buddhism, monks. In this lifetime, you may find meditation takes you to the next level. Um, yeah. Let me see what else we got. I'm hearing chanting may be good for you as well. Like excuse me, chanting mantras. I don't know why. Out of nowhere, my throat chakra started up. There's something you're not expressing, you're holding in. Maybe you're very, very spiritually in tune and you feel like you'd be judged or looked at or laughed at. But there's something with you not chanting, not praying, not affirming, leaving leaving out an aspect. Excuse me. I gotta get water. Hold on. Whew, that was crazy. All right, I'm back. It's like you're not doing something fully. Since they said that even with the heart healing, there's something that you're not expressing that needs to be expressed or said. When it is said or expressed in some way that's healthy for you, you're going to find miracles just happening in your life and peace coming in. Just finding that space that just feels like sacred and connecting to it. Some of you are going to move and be more in tune with nature wherever you move. Others of you may be drawn to visualization, meditation, qigong. Hope I pronounced that right. Qigong. I mean it's qigong, I think. But yeah. So it says, many hundreds of years before Gautama Siddhartha found enlightenment beneath the pipal tree, after which he became the Buddha. And the tree became known as the Bodhi tree. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this looks like this giving me Bodhi tree, but Pipple threw me off. A tree of enlightenment, okay? It was already the most sacred tree in India, the most divine essence of Brahma, the immortal, which no one can grasp as it is being itself. Came into matter through this tree. This makes the Pipple an incarnation of the tree of life itself. Giver of well-being, master of 1,000 songs, leader of the wise. The angel Pipple is an avatar who calls upon us to stop and meditate. This angel is adored of spiritual freedom, true inspiration, and wisdom. I just saw a lightning flash. Sheesh. It even makes complete inner freedom, that is, enlightenment, possible. I feel like you're going to get some kind of overnight enlightenment that's going to be based off of your past lifetime as Pipple, as a Bodhi, being connected to the energy of the Buddha. I feel like you're going to find some kind of connection to this energy. And it is going to require your throat or your voice. Wow. Maybe you're meant to chant Om and you're not doing that, and it will open up doors for you. Om. It literally says this angel is a door to spiritual freedom, true inspiration, and wisdom. And I feel like you've been that for others. It even makes complete inner freedom, that is enlightenment, possible. Like, I had to read that again because I feel like in this lifetime you're going to reach enlightenment in certain levels, or for certain topics, or overall enlightenment. For many of you, this may be a last lifetime. I feel like clear slate, like you've been through a lot here, and now you're transforming and stepping into your fullness of who you are meant to be. There, my throat feels lighter now. The pipple also symbolizes divine omnipresence, meaning, in turn, that the whole earth is sacred. Never forget that this is not about your enlightenment, which would miss the point altogether. Look at a single pipple leaf and then see the tree in its entirety. That's deep. Turning away from the spiritual potential that lies within us and within nature leads to superficiality, fakeness. Yeah. And being into things that are superficial and not important, and materialism, and even more so to separation and loneliness. Human beings in the earth are injured, degraded, and desecrated when you turn away from your spiritual potential. And at this time, that is what I feel is coming in for you. A past lifetime where you were this tree, you were in this energy, maybe even a Buddha at one time, or a Buddhist, or a monk. And now that wisdom is going to be coming in for you again to use in this lifetime. I really see many of you here reaching a high level of spiritual enlightenment. And this brings me to my last question. Not really a question, but I asked for advice for the next 3 days or the next weekend. What is going to be the energy? If you're in the weekend, then look at it as the next 3 days or next weekend, whatever resonates for you. But you have Netzack Victory, and your last card, 27th Path, the Tower. So you have Hope, Love, Art, and you have 2 sevens here with 7 and 27. Then you have Courage, Faith, and Fighting Spirit with that dragon energy there. I love dragons. And cats, big cats, birds, swans, just lets me know transformation. Maybe you went from not being in the light to coming into the light, or not being in alignment with your goddess or divine energy to getting into alignment with it. You have Venus also here represented, which lets me know the next 3 days or the next weekend, something when it comes to your relationships with people is going to shift. Love is going to take a big change. Or your finances, just you feeling valued. Your self-worth is going to get a boost in the next 3 days or over this weekend. I do see there's something you're very hopeful about. Could be a project, or we got love here anyway, or a relationship. I feel like it's coming together. If you're working on an artistic project, the next 3 days or next weekend, or by the next weekend, focus on it or put some work towards it. I see it being successful or victory coming out of it, but it's something that you truly love. Like you know your value when it comes to whatever this is. And that's for those of you that are creative artists or performing artists. For others of you, it could just be love in the form of a new energy in your home. It could be you putting up some art around your home and it just shifts the energy. But something you really hoped for is coming in the next 3 days, and it has to do with love, beauty, value, and self-worth. But it's coming after a time of chaos. Perhaps you've been feeling very stuck for a minute, not knowing which way to go or what to do. Whenever I see 2, it always makes me feel like there's an option of 2 ways to go, 2 ways to be. And this is really given that with one cat is chilling and the other one is like, wow. So it lets me know that you are on a path where you are at a point of choosing the direction you want to go in. However, there's not much time left. Things have already been shaken up to the core. It's taken a lot of courage, and you have maintained faith and a fighting spirit, according to the card. Gosh, my pal fours, what are you not saying that you need to say? Some of you here may be smoking herbs. You might need to cut down on that. I can speak for myself. Sometimes I do smoke CBD, which is a form of marijuana. So yeah, with ash here, it's doubling that. Some of you smoke and should not, or you need to cut down, or you need to stop. It's a part of your healing to switch up the herbs you're using or take them in a different way. But I'm getting smoker energy for some of you. All right, others of you, and maybe everyone here, there's something that has stood for a long time. Maybe you lived somewhere for a long time. Maybe you were in a job for a long time, a community. Somewhere you felt very safe, or you thought, well, this will be safe for now, or I'll feel good here for now. Well, that security has crumbled or is crumbling, and it's time for you to move forward. This victory card just feels like a chariot. Like she's just coming into town like, yes, I did it. And I feel like in the next 3 days, you're going to go through something where it just feels like you started over. But because of past courage, because you never let go of hope and faith, which are on both of these cards, there's something with love and value coming in. Something is being knocked down that did not match your worth. So that something that is worthy of you can come in. That could be a job, a home, a community, a family circle, whatever it is. You're calling in your just due. And it's interesting, the storm has finally passed, and you have a card with lightning and striking, which lets me know fast change is happening, could be unexpected, could be expected. You know, like you knew the storm was going to come eventually, and that wherever you wasn't stable. But you are about to be victorious, and it's because of this shakedown. Whatever is being pulled down, it's giving way to you being victorious in love, in your art, in whatever it is you do and love. So that's the message I got for you. And I hope it resonated with you, Pal Force. If it did, please give me a thumbs up already. If this whole session was a good time for you. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe and join this light tribe. Your healing session, my Pal Force, is a hand mudra meditation session and affirmation that will assist you with whatever it is you need assistance with after this session today. And it follows this reading. So on that note, peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll see you next in your healing session. See ya. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this healing session. This healing session is all about heart chakra healing, releasing feelings of guilt, of shame, of hurt and pain and regret. We're going to release some of that and start the heart healing process. If you are here for this session, there's a wound you still have in the heart center. And I do get the feeling that maybe you think you healed it. But what you don't realize is because you're finished with people, doesn't mean you're finished with the energy. So say, for example, you were in, let's use a friendship or a love relationship. Well, we could do friendship. Everybody here has been in a friendship. And perhaps that friendship didn't go the way you thought it was going to go. This person wasn't a true friend. So there's some hurt around that. Maybe some fear around creating new friendships with some time. However, after some time has passed, you start to feel like, I don't care about that friendship. I don't care about that person. And I'm good. That's not healing. That's being, what's the word I want to use? That's being flexible. That's being adaptable. Meaning you've adapted to life without this person. You've adapted to life without this friendship. That's easy. You can begin to adapt. That's what human beings do. However, the experience itself still needs a healing. Why? Because the next time you're in a friendship with someone totally new, it could be decades later. The moment something happens that reminds you of the previous friendship, you're going to be triggered. You might automatically put up defenses. You might automatically shut down. You might automatically push this person away. Not because you still care for the friend you lost, but because now your heart remembers. And it says, this feels like what happened before, about to start again. And when it happened last time, I got hurt. So your conditioned self, your inner child that's wounded, is going to step up to defend, to say, hey, and push this energy back. So I want to help you to begin to cure your, what I call heart PTSD, where your heart has been hurt, bruised, wounded, scarred, dragged through the mud, and yes, you kept going. Yes, you got back up. Yes, you got over the situations and the incidences that occurred. But did you really heal? Did you heal properly? Sometimes we heal by taking all the blame. Well, I should have never chose that person. I should have never did that with that person. I should have never, I. And sometimes you have to realize you did have to do that. You did have to meet that person. You did have to do those things in order to be who you are now, to learn the lesson you needed to learn, and to develop an even more loving heart. Now, I know that sounds weird. How am I going to get a more loving heart by being hurt? Well, those that are hurt and can overcome this hurt and alchemize pain into love and light, you can take your pain and teach others how to get through it. That is a way of alchemizing, taking pain and turning it into love. I'm laughing because as I'm saying this, I don't know if the phone is picking it up, because I am using my phone for this, for these videos, the healing sessions. But my husband is calling me right now. So I know that I'm in alignment with what I'm offering you. And don't worry, when I don't answer, he knows that means I'm busy. Okay, because I love him dearly. He knows I wouldn't just not take his call. Now, maybe that's a sign for some of you. Maybe some of you here are in a new relationship, or seeking one, or wanting to call in your soul tribe, but you've had so many situations that have wounded you. Trust and believe, I am that person. And that love of my life that I have now came after some terrible pain, like terrible pain. And what I've been realizing is that I too have not fully healed. You know what happens, and this should have been something I did for Lessons on Love, but you know what happens when someone you put love into doesn't reciprocate it in the same way? It makes you feel unworthy. And the only reason why that occurs is because you see them show love to others in the way that you wanted to receive it. So what that can do is make you feel like, well, maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe I'm not all that. I'm not that great. Maybe there's something wrong with me, you know. And we forget to realize that sometimes they're meant to show you that you are too good, that you are above. They don't even know how to love you, because your love is deep. Your love is real. Maybe they've never experienced that in a friend or a lover. Maybe you're their lesson. So these are things we have to think about. And what I want to do is I want to give you guys a hand mudra, one that everybody has changed, and they do this. Now, Hand mudra wise, this is literally a hand mudra. Link your fingers, bend them in by the tips, connect the thumbs. This is a hand mudra for activating unconditional love in the heart chakra. And we're going to do a quick breathing session that I think is going to help you to either recognize where you still have wounds or start to release them. We're also going to say some affirmations. This is going to be very quick, and I opened it with that little discussion so that you could already get into the energy of healing, okay? Close your eyes, get your hands into the hand mudra position. I'm using background sounds from the woods and forests, streams, and birds singing. So I want you to really feel as if you are sitting in the woods. If you can sit on the floor, do so. If you cannot, make sure you're in a comfortable chair, even if you're in your bed. And feel like you're in the woods, in the forest, and you hear the birds and you see exotic, beautiful colors flying around, and maybe dandelion dust blowing through the air, and well, seeds, not dust. And just a beautiful, whimsical ambiance. Feel yourself in, right at the beginning, I would say here, you are at the center of the woods, ready to head out, because you are clear now on the healing you need. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. And exhale out. Hold the hand mudra for these 4 deep breaths. Take another deep breath in. And out. Relaxing into the energy of the trees. Warm, supportive energy. Take another deep breath in. Feel like a tree. Strong, tall, wise, flexible. And breathe out. One more deep breath in. Filling up your lungs with that oxygen. And exhale out. You can relax your hand mudra into the one for support, putting your right hand in the center of your chest where your heart chakra is located, and placing the left hand on top of it. Repeat after me. I am worthy of the love, light, and blessings that I seek. Make sure you're breathing naturally in and out as you repeat these affirmations. I am love. I radiate and walk in love. I'm hungry for the energy of love. I'm open to receive love. And I'm open to give love. I am a beacon of compassion and grace. Breathe. I am a beacon of compassion and grace. I love myself unconditionally. I am lovable. I am love. I want you to breathe and just listen. Naturally breathing deeply in and out, finding your own rhythm, and sync with the heartbeat of the universe. Breathe and feel as resilient as a tree, as rooted and connected to the earth as a tree, as open to transformation and release as a tree. Feel yourself being reborn. Heart glowing from the center of your chest, green light, just covering your body, and breathe naturally. You do not look like what you've been through. You do not behave in a way that shows what you've been through. You have always been a light, you have always been a beacon, you have always been faithful, loyal, loving, sincere. You've always been worthy. You've been looking for love in the wrong places. The greatest love of all is the love that never ends, and that is the love from Source, your ancestors, your entire team of spirit guides that walk with you, that protect you, that cover you, that love you unconditionally. As you open up to this love that you don't have to be anything other than yourself to receive, feel your heart chakra glowing and breathe. Every inhale, you're letting in more loving energy to heal any past wounds. And every exhale, you are releasing a memory that was false. A memory where you placed yourself either as a victim or as the one initiating the problem. Everything has a balance. It always takes two energies to create. You are not alone in the things that happened in the relationships that you had, even relationships with money, with your career. You have to release stifled emotions. That is the final step in your heart healing. The trees have spoken. You need to have that conversation. You need to have that big cry. But letting go of an emotion or feeling or mindset that kept you in a space of undervaluing yourself or trying to hold yourself high, but feeling anchored by this past where you did not feel lovable or loved, worthy of loyalty. You have to release these emotions, these thoughts. And the healthiest way for you to do so will be made clear by the time you finish these final deep breaths. Whatever comes to mind first, whoever, you will know what to do. Trust. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. And out. Letting go of any pain, any emotions on every exhale. Every inhale, replacing those feelings with joy. Breathe in. And exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And out. Feel yourself draining out emotions and feelings that no longer resonate or just need to be released. Slowly return to the space that you're in by rubbing your legs, stretching out your feet, stretching out your arms, opening your eyes, and giving yourself some love. This love comes from the guardian of the trees. Me! My name is Amina, and I speak for the trees. But I do. And I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope that your heart feels more open, lighter, not so heavy as if you've been carrying these feelings for, some of you, for decades. I'm so happy to be able to offer you this opportunity to begin the healing process. And if you feel like you need more, join one of my workshops, or better yet, come on my retreat, Monessa, to Guinea, West Africa. Oh, when you leave there, your heart will be healed. And you'll also get to meet my husband. I am aminaheckstall Suma. This is Soul Transforming Energy, my channel. Welcome, Lightworkers. Until next time, I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey. Bye.